Okay, let's see what's happening here. Make sure everybody's here. What's going on, guys? Let's wait for some people to get in here. I don't know how fast uh, things will pick up, but I just wanted to hop on because I felt like I was going to be at my computer anyways. I saw what has happened. I jumped on my phone and I was like, wait, what? Right before I was about to go to sleep, I was like, all right, well, what's going on today? It doesn't really look like we have anything crazy or anything. And I hopped on there and saw a sea of red. I was like, what in the world happened here? Things look absolutely, or they looked absolutely crazy. They just letting the money come into the markets at lower costs, um, flashing them in. Yeah, that's probably it. What's going on, Marlon? Thank you for being here. Let me go ahead and increase the size of this text so that we can see what's happening there. We also have people that are watching on Rumble. We got Rumble and YouTube and Twitter, all up. So yeah, we're trying to see what's going on right now. And I was looking for good prices. So I was like, all right, let me get on Margex really quick and let me see what's happening here. See if I can do any quick trades, And I saw what was going on, and I was like, this looks amazing for anybody that really wants to get in at a lower price. I'll tell you that. So I was like, maybe I should get to my computer. Maybe I want to day trade this and kind of flip it. But I kind of missed the massive push up because like Solana dropped down to a lower price that I probably wanted to hold rather than just buy and sell and buy and sell, things like that, like day trade it. But yeah. Uh, I don't know what's going on with my computer. My computer's acting weird ever since I just jumped on. But yeah, as soon as you get in here, make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Let me go to subscribers only because I don't want to have a bunch of people. I mean, either way, you have a bunch of people that are chatting in here, but at least it's people that are not like bots and stuff. You know what I mean? All right, yeah. So if you guys want to start leverage trading with Margex, you can definitely do that. The link I just put in the chat. So definitely check that out as well. We got 26 people that are over here on X. I don't know if you guys were. I'm sure everybody was creating like videos and posts on X and things of that nature. Around cryptocurrency and what has happened. But it surprised the hell out of me to be able to see what was going on and where things were falling to. But it seems like things may be, not all the way back to normal, but definitely picking back up from where they were. Because I believe Bitcoin, crashed to like a really low level, went all the way down to like 41.6 after being up at like 43 or 44. So, things were definitely falling down quite a bit. As you see, currently Bitcoin is down by 3%, but it was down from 44 all the way down to about 41, low, right below 42. If we look at Ethereum as well, Ethereum is currently back at the 2,300 or sorry 2,250 53 mark, while that was a little bit higher earlier today, sitting at the 2,369 mark. What's crazy is a lot of the money that I have in MargeX is in Ethereum. Now, if you guys are going to start trading with MargeX, I suggest that you start out with stable coins and you collateralize a lot of it with stable coins rather than whatever cryptocurrency you have in there, even though those can increase in value and stable coins can't. It's just the fact that you can also see those positions that decrease in value. Now, I only started with $98, turned it into, I think it's about like 250 or 260 at this moment, which is absolutely amazing to be able to see that growth within a leverage trading account. But still, majority of that is in Ethereum. So we're currently sitting at, again, down 4% for Ethereum on the day. I'm probably going to be tired today, so I want to make sure I have something. I don't know. Depending how this stream goes, it could be something that lasts a pretty long time. We got 131 people here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Good evening. Looks like my on my Binance gains I made yesterday have wiped out. Yeah, I understand. I understand it. It looks that way, for me as well. There's a lot of gains that were wiped out. If we look at certain things within the market, XRP, I mean, it's still at a reasonable level, right? It's at 66, 65. That keeps updating. So it may have not had a chance to update because this is at 63 cents. Still reasonable. Solana, I saw that dropping and I was just thinking that was a standard hit. I saw it at I think it was 72 or 73 cents. And this dropped all the way down to about 66, I believe. That would have been a steal. I would have loved to have, traded that quick, and I'm trying to find the right point, but I don't have any history to really go off of. The only thing I really have is this point, and it seems to be breaking above that point to kind of get back to what the normal was, right? So that I really want Solana. I want to hold Solana, but every time I miss whatever dip it does have, even though right now is still an okay spot. And it's not probably going to be the largest gain, even if I do get it, but it's something that I hold on to it for a long time. You know what I mean? Will Crow stay above 1.2 cents? We'll definitely get into that in a little bit. I want to talk about, not Crow, Grok. I want to talk about Grok. Have you heard Doggo, Matt? A Solana meme coin? I haven't. I mean, the only Solana meme coin that I really am fully interested in is, Bonk. When can we see a pump in Grok? Probably when you start getting some good news surrounding Grok and, getting the Twitter account back, seeing some hype there, getting some S tier and tier one exchanges, that starts to come in. You start to see that push for Grok. If you were buying all year, your average should be well above this quick sell-off. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it is for a lot of positions. For a couple of positions, it is. But I was just making a move back up into the positive for ADA and Krill Coin and all of these other ones. But a lot of things have fallen down recently. So let me look at ADA and see where that's at. So it's currently, ADA is sitting at 56 cents. So that's not bad. I'm still up significantly on ADA, so that's not a problem at all. Dogecoin is sitting at, it's down 0.85% at a 10-cent level. So things are not really falling too much, but I guess they had that flash crash, right? Certain things got hit really, really hard. And CRO is a good coin. CRO is a good coin. I don't know where CRO is right now. Caspa's down to 12.25. Huh. Caspa's down to 12.25. Did it go? How far low did that go? Because I would have loved to have gotten that at 11. I went down to 12 flat. Yeah, you know what? I would love to get this. And I didn't want to buy any more of basically anything, but my phone's about to die. Lunic is recovering as well. All right, like I said, we'll get into all of that. Let me buy some Caspa really quick while I have a chance to do so. Let me find Caspa. Where's Caspa? Has Bonk dropped low? Let's see. Source. Yes. And we're just going to buy another 200. 200 or 500? You guys make the decision. Or should I split it in the middle? I'll just do 200. I didn't feel like buying much more anyway, so I might as well go ahead and just buy this and call it a day. Or should I just buy some Solana? I want to hold Solana. 200. Somebody said 500, 500, 500. We got more 200s than 500, so we're gonna go with 200, and that'll give me another 1,000. All right, and it's purchased. All right, now I have $658 worth of Caspa at the current moment because it is a lower price. So I like Caspa, and that gives me 5,400. So as it does hit $1 or more, that's $5,000 or some odd coins. Currently, we have 224 people here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And we have 34 people that are watching on Rumble. Thank you guys for watching. Just an opportunity to make some money. It seems that way. It does seem that way. Again, if you guys want to follow or you want to start trading on Margex, feel free to trade on Margex. I made some decent money with it. I talked to some people in the Patreon today. We're going to be doing a full breakdown of like leverage trading on the Patreon, like a full series of leverage trading. We just started it today. And it was interesting because as I went through this, I didn't really account for, I did account for it in other trades, but didn't account for it in this trade because I didn't think it was going to be this high. Because I was trading so much and I was leveraging 100x on my $250, the overall fee was pretty high. It was like $13 or so, and I made like a 27 $1.60 gain on the play, which is honestly good, right? But with a 13-cent buy and a 13-cent sell, it added up to $26, and then you had $1.60 of a gain after seeing some pretty decent movement and timing it absolutely perfectly for Bitcoin. So it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird the way that came out. I mean, I saw it, but it just gave me a $1.60 gain, which I probably should have factored that in. The last time I factored it in, it was only $3, of a fee, but this one was $13. So it was definitely a lot higher than what we had there. So you could see here, I was a little bit concerned because I was like, wait, what is this? Why is this looking like that? So if I go to my active or my positions, you're going to see here the last one that I had was I have a margin trade. So this, I did it on 100x margin, but you can see that my open price was, I ended up selling. So it was a short sell. I ended up taking 43,927, but I closed it at 43,871. So it was a, obviously you're decreasing it. That's the way that you want to go. So ultimately, having it was a little bit less than 1 Bitcoin, I think it was like 9 ETH worth. As you saw that, I only got a $27 gain, which gave me $1.64. But the one before that, I had a decent move within Ethereum, I think it was. And was it Ethereum? I think it was Ethereum. Yeah, it was Ethereum. And ended up, gaining $15 or $16 out of it. So if you guys want to start leverage trading, it's definitely good. You just got to factor in certain things there. But yeah, just bought more Caspa. Seemed like a good price. Anything else looking like a good price right now? I told Oscar Ramos in his lives I wanna host a roundtable between you, him, and Levi, and he said he's down. What do you say? I mean, I can tell you the truth. I'm not really a collaborative person. Like, I struggle with that stuff. One, because I don't have the time, because I literally have to do things. Today, the only reason I'm able to live stream right now is because the kids are sleeping. And, obviously Erica is here as well. So usually it's a time factor, but also I am an introvert, and I do not like usually dealing or talking to people live. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just weird. So I'm not saying I'm not down. I may be up for it. I may be pressured into it, and that's okay. That'll get me outside my comfort zone. But we'll have to see, because I do want to do a lot more collaborative stuff, but I know that I would have to adhere to anybody else's time, not really them adhere to my time, because my time is like all over the place. I try and schedule things out, and sometimes it just gets hit.
I told Oscar Ramos in his live I want to host a roundtable between you, him and Levi, and he said he's down. What say you?
Yeah, but thank you for the super chat, though. We'll have to explore that a little bit more. We'll have to explore it. To be honest, I feel you, bro. Well, thank you for saying that, because I'm definitely an introvert. I may not seem like it when I'm on camera, but camera is way different than speaking, to people. I don't do small talk. I'd rather be by myself. And this is technically, even though we're communicating with people, I feel like I'm by myself here, and that I'm talking to myself basically. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? CZ the GOAT. I appreciate your honesty. I am an introvert as well. Yeah, it kind of sucks sometimes, and then again, it doesn't at other times where you can be alone for a long period of time and not go insane. They want to shake the weak hands out. I will never sell my XRP and XLM until I'm rich. I understand what you mean. I told Oscar Ramos when he was on his live stream that I think this is more of a play to where, it means that the ETF is right around the corner. I mean, this sell-off, there's no major reason as to why we are seeing that, because we have seen a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a retracement in some of these gains, but seeing this more sell-off, I thought Emmy was eating the cat's food. Seeing more of the sell-off. You are over there, aren't you? Stop doing what you're doing. This dog. But seeing more of the, this sell-off, it really isn't, it doesn't really fully make sense. AVAX already fully recovered, did it? AVAX and Solana. Yeah, I've been looking at Solana. I'm always looking at that price, and I'm like, should I make a move? I like Solana. I like what they have to offer, but I just continue to like go other routes because I know, like, I want it, right? And I know it's going to be a consistent mover, like if you had like a Ethereum or Bitcoin or something, but that could be like someone's, instead of them having Ethereum or Bitcoin, right? You end up having Solana, which is a good substitute for either one of those. If you wanted a consistent gainer, that's probably going to end up moving a lot more than what you see with Bitcoin or Ethereum, honestly. So dang dog eating the cat food. Yeah. I mean, she does it. She's always trying to, one, torment the cat, but also steal its food. But anyways, guys, it says that I'm offline on Rumble for some reason. It's not letting me like click the live stream. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Now it worked. It barely dropped. It barely dropped at all. Don't know why everybody is making a big deal about it. So if you look at how things have dropped, Solana hasn't, like, it dropped from a level of like 75 all the way down to 66 or 67 or something like that. So seeing this drop so far, that was where it's not like a huge, like the biggest sell-off in the world. It's not like Bitcoin went down to $20,000, but it's still a large drop for it coming out of nowhere. Like it's a flash crash that we didn't expect to see happen. It's not like it's completely oversold right now. That's what's kind of like mind-boggling, right? It's not completely oversold. It wasn't or completely overbought. It's completely oversold right now. But it's not completely overbought at that point. So why would it drop so far? IMX recovering fast. Sol FTX court rulings is not yet, dude. Sell-off is coming by next year. Sell-off is coming by next year. I don't know if I see that. I don't know if I see a major sell-off coming for Solana. Understand that that's only a small portion, especially as Solana gains traction and gains more, right? Grows more. It's not even going to have an impact. Looks like someone was trying to paint a red weekly candle. Sunday night. I mean, Sunday night always seems to have some sort of an impact. We expected it to be red, and it was red, But did we expect to see it drop off by, this much in just a matter of like a couple of minutes? No. Why are you typing in pen 15? Uh, can we see Grok down to 0.005, like 50% of a penny? I mean, it's possible. And if we do, there's no doubt about it that I'm buying more. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that I would buy more if we see it at that level. It's currently at a level of, let's let this update. But currently at a level, it did drop down to about 1 cent, but it's at about 1.2 cents. And honestly, every time I look at it, I'm like, maybe I should buy more because I would like to hold 200,000. Then I would like to hold 300,000, 400,000, a million, right? I feel like this has maybe a little bit more potential than even I look at like a Jasmine coin. I'm like, Jasmine coin has amazing potential based on use as well and hype and popularity and the amount of places that it's on. But then looking at something like this, it's, that's where the price is, but then also not having those S tier exchanges, not having tier one exchanges, but still having that popularity. It's like this can go a lot further, right? So, yeah, I'm always like kind of between a rock and a hard place, and I have to take that leap or take that risk. And I don't really want people to exactly copy me and just take that risk because of what I'm saying. I want them to take that risk because they feel that risk as well, right? Guys, we have 342 people here. If you can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I would appreciate it a lot. It would mean the world to me if you can get me up to 200 likes. We have 14 people that are over on X. Guys, hit that like button over there as well. And 28 people on Rumble. I definitely won't buy Solana at this price. I mean, I don't want to. Hey, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's great to see. That's good luck right there. I might have to buy it. Seeing Grok at 1, 2, 3, 4, that's good luck. What do you think? I mean, for Grok, I have to go through so many steps in order to buy it. I wish it was somewhere that was just easier, like a Kraken or something. Or an uphold. Something simple. Something very easy. You know? Yo, first time viewer. Well, thank you, Bobby, for watching. Thank you for clicking on my live stream. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy the live stream, but not everybody enjoys, the live streams, doesn't enjoy my style of looking at things because I'm a little bit more calm. Like I try and keep things calm unless we get into a moment where I feel like I need to flame somebody or something, right? But I appreciate you watching, and especially when it comes to like Satoshi or like something related to Shiba Inu and the ecosystem. Yeah, that usually gets me a little bit hype. But right now we're just seeing it fall down. It's currently at a $1.58 trillion market cap. Probably seeing Bitcoin's dominance that is decreasing, which is a good thing. It's staying flat at a 52.4% dominance right now for Bitcoin. But I guess Bitcoin has recovered just a little bit. It's in the last hour, it's up about 1%, but down 3.4% for the last 24 hours. So I love a good live stream, and calm is good, bro. Got to be adults about this game. Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. There are a lot of people that love as much hype as possible, as much noise, as many soundboards to go. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, of course. But I don't have any of those things. And even if I did, I don't know if I would use it as much. Next, someone will say they're holding a huge bag of Hex. Are you going to say that? I bought Caspa too. We'll be rich together. Yeah, I mean, again, for me, a lot of cases, I want to go through like a full breakdown of like maybe my positions and then jot down those positions, see what prices they are at, and see how much we can end up gaining from it or with it. as it does hit like maybe all-time highs or whatever the expected highs are. That would be pretty cool. That would be a pretty good video. And it would also be great to have on live stream. Depending how this live stream goes, it might be something to where we are live for pretty much majority of the night. And I would be okay with that, right? If we have a good like 1,000 viewers, we can definitely go and view this throughout the night. I want to find a good spot to make an investment. I want to see what's moving. Maybe I can take a look at like Solana. I know Solana moves quite a bit. I also know XRP moves quite a bit. ADA was moving a little bit, but they all seem to be following each other in the same manner. So what's really going to happen, because we don't have much history and much recent history within this price range where we are. So it's like, what's going to happen? Are we going to see that resistance? Are we going to see a continuation? Are we seeing it bounce because people see that drop? Or are we seeing it bounce because the bounce is warranted, right? It's valid. It's something that we can see this push up because the drop wasn't supposed to happen, right? If the drop is supposed to happen and you see, people just reacting to that and buying the dip, this may be something where it creates a lower high and then creates a lower low, or creates a double bottom situation, which honestly is still very, very interesting. And it's like, what should I do out of that?
$9.99 through Super Chat. $Jesus coin is still up. God bless. Folded hands, medium skin tone, heart, peace symbol, heart, peace symbol, heart, peace symbol, heart.
Well, thank you for all the heart, peace symbol, heart, peace symbol. And also thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, I've heard people bring up Jesus coin quite a bit, or a couple of times, like maybe 4 or 5 times. I'm not going to bring it up on screen, just because, I don't want to sit here and be associated with something that I really don't fully know about, and I've only heard about a couple of times. I mean, it's currently at $56 million market cap at a $1.25 million volume day with 5% gain on the day. So that, I guess, has increased compared to the rest of the market, meaning that it's flowing outside of the realm of the market and not following the market at the moment. But eventually we'll find a way to follow the market. It just might not be today or tomorrow or even this month, because it's outside of that realm. It's outside of the comfort zone of following Bitcoin, following Ethereum, following Solana, following all of these others. So volume is definitely needs to be picked up. I mean, seeing it at $1 million worth of volume, and that's probably because it doesn't have many markets. Yeah, it doesn't have many markets, so that probably needs to get picked up a little bit. Also, if we look at the circulating supply, you're also only looking at 20%, which is something I would probably worry about quite a bit. Someone was talking to me earlier. Actually, it was on Patreon. Somebody was talking to me about the play Jitto. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Let me get out of here and let me go to Jitto really quick. And hopefully I'm saying that cryptocurrency right. But this position right here that's trending, and we're talking about this position, and they were saying how this looks like an amazing position, and that they didn't go all in, but they bought some of it. And I saw it as something that was interesting, right? I was like, this looks really good, especially it's getting released on CoinMarketCap. It's at hundreds of millions of dollars worth of a market cap. We're seeing a lot of volume that flows through it, $500 million that flows through it in the last day, $1 billion that flows through it. It's like, that looks very, very interesting, right? But the one thing that got to me was the circulating supply. There's only 11.5% of the circulating supply that's out there, meaning that dilution is definitely going to happen long term. Short term, maybe a different story. Long term, doesn't really look like the healthiest thing for everybody. So just like how I would play out a Jasmy coin in where I'm waiting for it to be diluted, I would wait for that to be diluted again, or this to be diluted as well. Casper will hit ADA's all-time high this bull run. It's not a bad target. I mean, ADA's all-time high is what, $3.80? Let me look at ADA. So yeah, ADA's all-time high is $3. Let's scroll down here. All-time high, $3.10. So seeing it at $3, it would be a $60 billion market cap. That's not a tall ask. That's not a tall order at all. I think Casper can definitely find a way to reach to that level, but there will be a bunch of people that have a lot that probably sell a decent amount before then, even though it may have the potential chance to even reach further than what you're predicting. So for me, at a level of $3, that would only be a $15,000 gain, but it would be off of a 500, or sorry, I guess more than that at this point. It would be a $700 investment. So yeah, I'm waiting for things to move, and off of a $700 investment, it would be great to gain $5,000 or so, or maybe 10, or maybe 15. I feel like there's like a spider on my head or something. All right, so guys, we have 370 people that are here on YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that like button, get me up to 250 likes. That would be fantastic. As well as the people that are on X, feel free to tap that heart button. And we have 36 people that are over on Rumble as well. Remember, if you guys want to start trading with Margex, feel free to use my link that's in the chat. I don't think I put a link over on I don't think I put a link over on Rumble or on X. So I'm going to get that link right now for you guys. And if you guys want to start trading with Margex, feel free to do so. You can trade with up to 100x leverage. And I like it. I've been profitable so far, but you always want to make sure you're careful and you have discipline. Yeah, I've been doing some good things with Margex so far. The only thing, like I said, I haven't been accounting for the... Sorry, let me go back here. There we go. Yeah, I haven't been accounting for the fees, at least the last time. I've been accounting for the fees other times, but I haven't accounted for the fees this last time I made a short on Bitcoin. So yeah, I want to find the best time to make a move into some of these plays, because right now it looks like, you look at ADA and, it's just kind of stair stepping on the way up. I mean, as it dropped down, to find where the lowest point was or the reaction out of that would have been the best time to trade on leverage at that point. But yeah, I didn't see that point. I pretty much caught it somewhere around here. So it really doesn't make sense for me to make that move as things are increasing so much. So we'll definitely watch it, and I want to trade this. I want to find a way to trade either one. But I don't know if this is like a recovery pump or like this is going to be oversold at some point. Currently it's sitting at like 60 on the RSI. So, or overbought. I always get those confused. That was supposed to say up. What was supposed to say up? Matthew, it's not that you are calm. It's that you are for real. Well, I appreciate that. You don't blow smoke up anyone's butt. That's true. I try to keep things real. There are, occasions where I want to explore exactly what maybe what would be outside the realm of possibility. But if someone's sending me a super chat and asks me for a certain opinion on a certain thing, I will still tell you like it is. I will tell you, how it is. And, if it needs work in certain areas based on my opinion, that doesn't mean that it's 100%, fact. It's just my opinion and how I feel about it. So if I feel like the dilution is going to be heavy within it, or I feel like it has some other gap within it, I'm going to talk about it. So I appreciate you noticing that. I try to keep things, as real as possible, to an extent, unless I'm exploring something that may be outside a little bit of that realm of possibility, which could be, Shiba Inu to $1. That may be outside the realm of possibility unless they decide to continue to, adopt these burns that they have going on. 8.2 billion. What they could have is like 100+ billion in a matter of a couple of days. That would be huge. It's an alliance token with both Elmo, Pepe, and Shib. Is that Jesus you're talking about? Or are you talking about something else? What about Lunatic token? They have a new team. I did see that they have a new team. I can't say that I 100% agree with what they what they are doing, because they're not really applying what they did prior that got them the popularity, which was burn Terra Luna Classic. That's the only thing I really care about, is supporting what you supported to get you to that point. And it's not being as supported as it was before. It's not a standard process. They're focusing more on the reward structure rather than burning off Terra Luna Classic. So that's just something I don't fully agree with. But I can't say the team is just not going to be able to do good work. They might be able to do good work. I'm not going to talk them down. But there's just some things I don't agree on, and I'm not going to settle for it, because I typically settle for it, and I have done in the past, and it just has never gone the right way. So I'm not going to settle this time. And if it grows, then fantastic. Then it grows, and I'll be happy for a lot of people. I'm not going to sell on the Lunatics token team or on the investors. So I still have mine, but I just want to see, Lunic get the support that it was supposed to get. Guys, we have 402 people that are here on YouTube. Guys, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I don't know why my head itches so much. Maybe it's because it's like really hot down here. I didn't think it would be this hot. Typically, it's freezing. I'm so glad that I'm not new. I'm not new this time around. A lot of my previous mistakes will be corrected this time around. I hear you. What is even going on, and why is everything dipping so hard? So things dipped, but they're starting to come back a little bit and, get back to maybe a little bit of a form of normalcy, not fully come back for everything, but you see some things that are, making their way back, right? Like, ADA that has made its way back to a level of like 54 cents, 55 cents. But then you see, maybe Ethereum did take a little bit of a dip, especially being, up at this level of, 2,300 and now back down to 2,200. So yeah, that's a pretty significant dip within Ethereum, as well as maybe even looking at just Bitcoin, right? The top of the market, where things are sitting at 42 and it was at almost a level of 44. So yeah, things may have dipped quite hard, but they are finding a way to come back. And I'm just looking for the right opportunity. I think somewhere around this point, it would have been a fantastic opportunity to do so. But I want to see how the market is truly going to react, or people are going to react, because as you see things drop, there's a couple of things that could happen, right? Where it drops so hard, and then investors are like, let's buy the dip, let's buy the dip, let's buy the dip, right? And you continue to buy it. And as you buy it, it creates that false gainer, that false recovery. And when it has that false recovery, it just creates a newer or a lower high, and then finally starts to create a lower low again, and kind of dips continuously through the night. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, that 12 a.m. all the way to about 3 a.m. mark, where we may have some of the more interesting times, interesting things that could happen during those times. So that's why I'm kind of live right now, to see if things really start to look that way. And if views start to peak up, if they start to increase to like, 500, 600 people, 1,000 people or so, we'll continue to stay live and just go through the whole entire night. I know I was already tired before I even started this, because I wasn't going to live stream. I was literally going to go to sleep. And then I looked at the market and I was like, what is going on here? So I stayed in like Oscar Ramos's chat for a little bit, and I was like, I'm going to have to get up, ain't I? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to get up. So I got up and wanted to check to see if I can day trade any of this. Man, I missed that liquidation dip. Yeah. Hey, in my opinion, Lunic is behaving like a meme coin. See all the activity in other chains. It's insane how many DApps are being built in Sol, AVAX, Arbitrum, Injective. We are lagging behind. Yeah. Terra Luna Classic is lagging behind a little bit, but it does still have the opportunity to create on there. It's just, maybe we don't have as much support, or as many people that want to build on that chain. But eventually we will see that. And yes, it is behaving like more of a meme coin, but that's not a bad thing. In the form of volume, it's not a bad thing at all, because then it brings a lot of popularity to that chain because of the connection with that and the movement. Because if somebody wants to build on there and see that connection or see that movement, that's where you can get something off the ground and running really, really quickly. On something like a Solana, even though it does have popularity, a ton of popularity, you may not be able to get things off the ground running that quickly just on the basis of supporting the chain. It has to be so much more than that over there. For Terra Luna Classic, it only has to be that. It has to show its support and not only, speak the support, but take action on that support, Grok, what's up with Grok? We'll definitely get into that. Give me a second. Prime always gets to me. It gets me jittery sometimes, so I gotta make sure I only take a couple of sips. If I get too tired, and we're gonna find something else to distract us. But yeah, I'm super hot right now. Super hot. Guys, we have 373 people that are here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I said get me up to 250 likes. I would like to get up there, and we're close to that. You better don't lay on that. The cat is always laying on hoodies and laying on stuff that isn't hers. Hey Matt, hey, what's up, Crypto Pete? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hey guys, good to see all of you. Welcome to Bitcoin Bible Study. What are you talking about? Hey, it's great to see everybody. Welcome to Bitcoin Bible Study. What a ride. This is why we love the crypto market, dollar cost average. I mean, at that point, yeah, but if you don't have that notification, I mean, I got notifications, and then I was going through Patreon and talking to people on Patreon. So I was kind of like swiping through everything else that was a notification. Please don't sleep on ICP. I mean, I had ICP, I made money from ICP, but it just wasn't a play for me. ICP has a ton of like dilution. Let's go into, the coin market cap, and let's look at ICP really quick, because ICP, Internet Computer, I had before when it was at a value of like $35, grew to a level of $75, made money off of it, saw that it had an unlimited supply. And that's where it kind of hit me, where it's like, this can grow so much more in the supply, and they heavily dilute it as time goes on. So I don't know what their decision is on if they are adding any type of supply as they do dilute everything, because even as the last time I looked at it, it had less supply than what it does now. So they do continuously dilute it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't have the ability to grow up to previous levels, right? It's currently at a $2.4 billion market cap, and could grow to a multiple tens of billions of dollars worth of a market cap, maybe even further than that. However, remember, the unlimited or the infinite supply does hit me hard within the long term. So even if the utility, I know you say the utility is unmatched, even if the utility is unmatched, that's still something you have to worry about as a long-term holder. So just make sure you understand what their dilution schedule is. If they have any over what the total supply is, that would be fantastic to know. But if they don't have anything over, if they don't have a plan for it, that means that you may end up seeing that dilution come, a lot sooner. You draw a crowd, Matt. I mean, sometimes, not all the time. XRP was so close to BNB's market cap. Now it's down by a bit. It seems like every time it gets close to it or surpasses it, it does end up falling below it. So, yeah. And like creating a distance. I don't know why. It's like maybe Binance is manipulating the market. Where do you see Grok going after X resumes its ability to properly advertise on their platform? First of all, that's a great way of putting it. You could have said, you know, where do you see Grok after they get their Twitter account back? But that was a fantastic way of putting that, by the way. I think Grok has a lot of upside, right? The sky definitely is the limit for Grok. I mean, you're seeing it at a 6.9 billion coin supply. You see that it only has like tier 2 exchanges. It doesn't have a tier 1 exchange, in my opinion, a tier 1 exchange or an S tier exchange. I consider an S tier exchange being Binance or Coinbase, but then tier 1 being like Kraken and crypto.com and KuCoin, things of that nature, right? So if it doesn't have any of those platforms currently available, then it shows so much more upside from where it is right now. And it's currently at a 1.2 cents level, 1.2 cents level with $15 million worth of volume. You see the millions of dollars that's going through this. And it was at like hundreds of millions of dollars at one point. So 6.9 circulating supply, the same as Lunic? No. So Lunic has a 6.9 trillion circulating supply. Grok has a 6.9 billion circulating supply. So you're looking at a lot more potential to get to some of these levels because it would be a $6.9 billion market cap at a level of $1. I firmly believe that Grok will be the first meme coin to get to $1. Even though, Dogecoin will have the ability to run and get up to $100 billion plus market cap, it would have to be at a $130 or $140 billion market cap at that point. Grok would only need to get to a $6 billion market cap. I think Grok will be the first meme coin as long as it does stay the course and they have, exchanges that continue, that list them, they get their Twitter account back, all of that stuff. Grok will be the first meme coin, in my opinion, to get to $1. Now, I'm still looking on, what I should do if I should decide to purchase more, if I should decide to do something else. I really don't have the funds right now. Well, I'm lying. I do have the funds right now. I just came into some funds that I could probably throw directly into there if I truly, truly believe in it. And I do, but I also want to make sure that what I want to do with a lot of that money is throw it directly on like loans and stuff that I have, or that we have, like student loans and things of that nature. Maybe my mortgage, our car loans, things like that. But then again, if I grow that 1,000 to a level to where it's a 100x or something like that, what does that do, right? It turns it into, maybe $100,000. And now I can put that significantly on there. I do have to pay a crazy amount in taxes, but I can put it on there so that you can pay off a lot of things in the more shorter term. But not as short as just taking $1,000 and throwing it on there. Most likely crypto to reach $1 is most likely crypto to reach $1 by the halving. The most likely crypto, like meme coin or cryptocurrency, because there's a lot of ones that can reach $1. There's Polygon that's at like 80 cents right now, and I'm sure that'll reach $1 before the halving even happens. That's only like a 20% or 25% gain or something like that. So yeah, Polygon can reach it. But if you're talking about meme coins, I think Grok will be the first one to get there. Yes, you do have Terra Luna Classic, but that's still going to be.
Donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Thanks for the LUNC Alpha.
Wait, thanking me for the LUNC? Like I gave you Terra Luna Classic? You're welcome if I did. But or you're talking about like update or something. I don't remember if I did, but I do appreciate you coming by, the super chat, the conversation. I appreciate all of it. But yeah, I don't remember that. But either way, if I gave it to you, congratulations on winning it. But thank you for the super chat. That's your first super chat, so we need to celebrate that person's super chat. Okay, I need a blockchain backed loan. Matthew Perry, let's talk. I don't know. You need a blockchain backed loan. Um, not not for me. I'm not giving out any loans. Most coins are connected, tied to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin drops abruptly, altcoins drop. Yeah, a lot of them do, but we've noticed some kind of stray cats here, right? We've noticed some strays, um, in these scenarios where Bitcoin is running and other things don't follow, or Bitcoin is falling and other things don't follow. We'll see things that will more follow Ethereum or more follow Solana, but typically, yes, everything really flows around that one position as Bitcoin is falling. That's kind of where the mindset is. It's just like how, and this may be maybe a little bit controversial in a way when you look at cryptocurrency or you look at investing in general, but it's a way of looking at the overall like stock market. The reason why overall stock markets do you see them move. I don't even know where I'm going with this. You see the ETFs move like slowly. You see the overall consolidation move slowly because people are investing into those and holding on to those for a long period of time. I think I'm trying to apply something there and I literally lost my train of thought. So I'm not going to finish it. But basically, I'm trying to apply it to long-term things that are held in the stock market, people investing into more ETFs and, the markets, the underlying positions that are technically built up on those. But yeah, I guess it doesn't really apply. It's not applying the same way. No, that's not a sector that I can work with. Sorry about that. I'm in a country with a zero tax. That's fantastic. I need zero tax. Can I have zero tax? Can I just send the money to you and then we get zero tax and then I'll just like withdraw it a little bit? That's not going to work. You don't say anything about Boncoin. Why? I literally did a whole entire, well, not a whole video on it. Actually, I did like a partial video on it. It was like um, I went through like some coins that were really going to move that may have a little bit of risk, but also have a lot of reward right before Bonk ran, which is honestly very, very interesting. But yeah, I did one on that. And then I also did a live stream as Solana and Bonk were making a move. And I literally had Solana and Bonk within the live stream. So I don't talk about it much because I don't have it. I typically talk about things that I do have because then it shows that I do believe in them, right? There's two ways that you can look at that, where you can look at, you talking about something because you believe in it and you're showing that you believe in it, or you talking about things to actually pump it. Now, I don't have the influence to pump something that's worth $800 million. I don't have the influence to pump any type of, honestly, anything over, $2 million. I probably don't have any type of influence. But the point is that I talk about a lot of positions that I hold. And that's why I wanted to hold Caspa, because, I wanted to talk about it. I like what they have to offer. I like what it has going for it. And that's why I wanted to hold it. It's not because I want the most gain possible, because I think the most gain that I'm going to have is going to be with Lunic and is currently with Lunic, right? Because I've already gained 30,000% up to the price where it is right now. And up to the high point, it's like 70,000%. Grok smells good when Grok smells good. Where can be found? Where can Grok be found? Where can you buy it? So if you wanted to buy Grok, you can buy it on Uniswap. If you're in the US, you can buy it on Uniswap. If you're outside the US, in places that actually work with Gate.io or work with MEXC, or with Bitmart, which I believe Bitmart you can trade on in the US, then you can get it on those platforms. You can also, like I said, get it on Uniswap, where I have majority of mine. Like if I go back to my main screen and then go to MetaMask, it's probably going to tell me to log in. Oh, it didn't. I go back to MetaMask and I show you how much I have. I currently have 104,967 Grok at a value of $1,284.74. And again, I would love to have more. I would love to be able to buy another $1,284.74 right now. Another 100,000 of it, and make that more of a short-term play while having my major Grok as a long-term play. Would love that. However, it's not 100% confirmed that we will see this happen this way. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't have the free cash. If I had the free cash to do so, I would throw it directly in there. But the only free cash that I have right now is going through my Margex account, which I have, I believe, a total of $250, which I grew. I'm happy about that. I grew from a level of $98 to $250, trading with Margex, which can trade up to 100x leverage if you guys want to. And I like this platform. You can see all of my different trades. I can show you all the history of these trades. So I had a trade just today for Bitcoin, which I thought would have been insanely profitable because I timed it perfectly, but it was only $1.64. Then I had another trade with Ethereum that was about $15.82. The day before, I had a trade with Atom for $8.71. Then I had ADA that was about $10.77. ADA again, which was about $4.56. And you can see I had $20. I lost $21. I gained $5. Lost $1.62. Gain $1.61. And then gain $10 and gain $10. So you can see all of the different gains that I've had over the past couple of days, and things have been great, right? I've actually talked to some people that started trading with Margex, and they were like, yeah, things have definitely been great. I would love to get a full explanation. And again, on my Patreon, if you guys want to go and sign up on the level of the expert profit hands level, which is right above this level, which is the profit hands level, right above that level, we're going to be doing breakdowns. Let me actually zoom out a little bit. We're going to be doing, leverage trading. So we're going to go through and have leverage trading episode 1. If you are a person that is interested in leverage trading, you'll be able to see that. I'll also have, I have the introduction here that, really breaks down exactly what that's for. That's for everybody. So if you guys want to go over there to like publicly and watch that, you can watch it. But everything else, when I go through the entire series, literally I'm going through, let's see, I have a full list of exactly what I'm going through. I'm going through like pros and cons. I'm going through the platforms. I'm going through, how to keep it simple. I'm going over, choosing your coins, going over support and resistances, building strategies, practicing discipline, all of these other things that I think a lot of people need to know within leverage trading. And we're definitely going to, talk about all of that. And if you guys want to join the communities and talk to me directly and join the leverage trading group, we can always do that as well. But I'm starting small, and I'm learning a lot as I'm starting small, because I'm really just getting started in leverage trading, and I'm showing you all these different profits that I have had, even though like I'm just really getting started with it. So it shows you, how easy it is to be disciplined and gain these profits. It's just, you have to make sure that you are, like I said, very, very disciplined. And if you lose, you lose. Like, again, I lost $21 here. I could have just given up on that day and said, you know what? It's not for me at that point, even though that was only taken away from $40 worth of my gain. So I had $40 or $45. So that took away $20 out of the $40 worth of profits. So then as I made that next move, I was confident, So if you want to learn about leverage trading and you want to talk to me about it, you want to have a conversation, anything that you know as well, we can always converse back and forth. Just go over to the Patreon, sign up for that, and be a part of it. The link is in the chat. But yeah, let's check out some other positions. Anybody else interested in something newer that's happening right now? Oda Entertainment. Thank you for the $1 super chat. $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it. M. Kriegs, great to see you here. I know you work through the night or something like that, so that's great. If you had 3K, if you had 3K now to invest, which coin would you choose? 3K right now to invest. So I need to kind of look at my assets to see where they stand, just to see if I would buy any of the positions that I currently already have. So, I I would definitely buy some of the positions that I already have now, but I would say, Jasmine looks like a great position. I really love Jasmine, but I wouldn't just throw all of it. It depends what I have else, right? If I have other positions, then great. But if I currently had $3,000, it's tough because we're still up within these last like 2 months.
Oda
So I would probably
Entertainment
say,
donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
again, thank you for that super chat. I would definitely say Jasmine is a play that I would go with. Again, don't copy exactly what I'm going with. I would definitely say Jasmine is a great play to be in at even this level of 57% of a penny, which I'm currently up $1,700. I still think Cardano for the long term is a great play. I think XRP where it currently stands is a great play, and I would probably move in on that. Also, I just invested $200 with Caspa. That's not a bad option either. If you can see the long-term potential within Solana and you don't want anything that's like ridiculous gain, because Solana will be a good gain, but it won't be something like what you can get with Terra Luna Classic or with potentially Shiba Inu coin or potentially Grok or something like that. So I would say if I only had $3,000, like only $3,000, I would probably put it into like top positions, some positions that I really know are going to be like big movers that are going to be worth a lot. So I would try and find, maybe I would throw it into like something like a Solana or throw it into some BNB maybe, or throw it into ADA. I think that's obviously will be a top 5 coin, like I said in one of my videos, as well as looking at Ethereum. I think those are great plays, all of those. But I would like to be secure if I didn't have any other positions. If I do have other positions and I have kind of those secure positions, then yeah, I would throw it into something that's more speculative. So what happened? Honestly, there's no real major news as to what happened. Mainly the things that I'm getting is like the crypto market is sliding. The Bitcoin halving is poised to unleash. Okay. 54 minutes ago, Bitcoin 2023 rally wobbles as in sudden 7.5% drop towards 40K. Bitcoin's bull run should remind investors not to repeat past mistakes. That was 15 hours ago. I really don't see anything from like the latest news, something happening like right now. There's nothing really going on. I mean, you can go and look at news on like CoinDesk, which I'm sure you can get something, but it's probably going to give you the same standard news, right? Where if you go into CoinDesk, Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, and major altcoins begin Asia Business Day in deep red, and I'm sure they'll recover, but we'll have to see. Again, I want to view this and what's going on in Margex. It seems like Bitcoin is insanely like flat, and I don't want to see that, right? I want to see things that are kind of moving a bit. Now, what's Pepe doing? Let's bring this downhill so we can see what's happening here. Let's adjust this. So yeah, it looks like hit a certain level up here. I want to probably mark some of these levels to see what's happening. Is this creating a lower low, right? So is that trend getting broken where it creates that high, the low, the high, the low, high, and then is this going to create a lower low? So that I can start creating lower highs and lower lows, meaning that it may slide back down to some of these prices. And if it does, it may create an opportunity for people to, maybe leverage trade a little bit right now. XRP not really moved. It's been buying between 50 cents and 73 cents. Very, very true. I would love to see XRP run to a whole nother level. And I think I'm done buying XRP because I have like I want to say 3,000. Yeah, I have 3,300 XRP and I actually have more XRP over in Kraken as well as in Cryptonomy. So we'll see what happens with all of that. Coinbase 1 wrap Luna equals 1 Luna. Does it? Because I know it was off for a while. Is it now back together and back like closer together? Jasmine, yes. Market manipulation? I mean, maybe. There's no real explanation. Does Matthew own Dogecoin? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I might own like a very small amount, but somewhere. I don't know where it is. It might be in crypto.com, honestly. But I would say no. I know I profited from Dogecoin as the first run up happened. And that's really what got me started within crypto, just to be completely honest. But right now, I don't think any Dogecoin. If I do, it's a very minuscule amount. Jasmine sleeping giant. I think Jasmine is a huge sleeping giant. A lot of people are sleeping on what Jasmine is. And I guess it's understandable, right? There's so many other things that are out there that are worth so much more, you know, that may mean a lot more to people. Let me check out like ADA or XRP. Because I know XRP doesn't really, yeah, everything seems to be moving in the same manner. And it's kind of, it's not concerning, but as a person that wants to day trade volatility, it's not really working for me because there's not really much volatility right now. There was, but there's not volatility right now. And I would have loved to have catch that slide because if I would have caught any portion of that slide, I would have sold or short sold at some points. And yes, if it would have jumped back, fantastic. It would have jumped back. And I would have sold at a loss and it's okay. But the point is that I would have been able to see these larger drops if I was actively watching the market. So if I was live streaming 24 freaking 7, then I would have been able to call it or catch it. So I'm a little upset with that because I could have made a decent amount of money by, leverage trading that 100x. I'm expecting another dump. Yeah, I was thinking kind of the same thing. Not necessarily saying that I think things will dump to a crazy level. I just think that this is a level to where people it got to a low level and now they're like, I want to buy the dip. So it's recovering to a certain level. And I don't know what that high point will be, but it looks like it may have already reached that and kind of leveled out. And now we may see more of a dump off kind of between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. So let's see if that does happen. Because it doesn't look like some pattern like a bull flag scenario. It doesn't look like any other pattern that I see. It's mainly just, a fall off, a lot of sell volume or even short volume, and then kind of a little bit of a recovery. And I would like to find whatever that short opportunity will be because I feel like it may be a short opportunity. No leverage long here, might dump. Yeah, I wasn't going to leverage long it unless we see a breakout of a certain level, which it doesn't look like we would see that. So we'll definitely talk about that as we're continuing to review this. People in the rest of the world now waking up. Yeah, they could be waking up to pull it or could be waking up to push it to see an opportunity. You never know what their thought process is. You have to kind of predict. You have to predict exactly what their thought process will be and where they will go with things. My head itches a lot. It's like this hat sat down here and like a bunch of spiders had like a meeting in there or something. But no, I think we're good. It's just itching. How do I watch the markets without staying up 24/7? It's like it is. Is it likely for crypto to massively grow overnight and miss out on cashing out right now? So for cryptocurrency, I've always stated this. For cryptocurrency between the hours, let's actually extend it. Sorry, because typically I'll do the hours from like 1 in the morning until 1 in the morning until about a level of like 3 or 4. I used to say 2 to 5, but we can even extend it and say from somewhere around 12 a.m. to 5 a.m., we see a lot of movement, whether it's the negative side to the downside or to the positive side. We typically see that. And that's kind of what I want to stay up for, is just to see that. And honestly, I was insanely tired before I even jumped on here, but I wanted to make sure that, I could find some sort of, positivity, because this could be my opportunity to have more of a massive gain in one of these plays, right? Where we see 12 o'clock and it looks like it's going to start to sell off. I find XRP or I find any other position. And while I don't want them to sell off, I still want to be able to capture some sort of a gain while it does that, right? I want to profit from it. So if it is going to fall, I want to profit from that fall rather than just hold on to that fall. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm going to sell before it falls. I want to short sell before we see that happen and then buy back in as it gets at its lows. I want to be able to profit from that so that I can not really take out anything, but definitely have something to claim as a good thing as the market is dropping, if it does. Now, I didn't necessarily see this happening at all, but I want to kind of break down exactly where the lows are, what we may end up seeing as we see the highs, and that potential drop off. Because right now, it doesn't look super strong in anything that's going to push up a major amount, in my opinion. And this is only 11 p.m., so we may have the rest of the world that comes in and dumps it off, or the rest of the world that comes in and pumps it up. We'll have to see. This flash crash is probably just profit taking from the insane rally we've had in the last few days. Well, that's what I don't understand, because we've had subtle retracements that have reset the RSI. So it doesn't make sense to me why we're seeing that, because if I scroll out and I look at, let's say, the last year, let's see if this would come up on Margex. It may take a little bit to load. I'm looking at 6 months here. So if I look at the last 6 months for XRP, as we've seen it, sorry, this is not actually loading up here. There we go. So we look at the last 6 months, we can see that actually back here, we've seen this run up here where that was the ruling that basically said if we were going to have, or XRP was not labeled a security, and then all the appeal stuff that happened brought this down to about 47. And this really ran up. It ran up to about 73 or so, and then did end up retracing a little bit. So we saw the retracement. It's just not a major retracement, which we weren't supposed to see. In my opinion, we weren't supposed to see that major pullback to where it drops down to like only 5% or 10% above what the previous lows were after increasing pretty much double the amount. So we did see a little bit of a pullback. There were certain things that we didn't, like Solana didn't really have a major pullback or a decent sized pullback. Caspa didn't really have a decent sized pullback. There were some other things that really didn't have that as well. So I don't necessarily think that this is, people pulling out or profiting from the major run up that we had. I think it's something else entirely. And honestly, I was thinking that when you see the market start to slide, that's where maybe you're trying to manifest this reaction, a negative reaction, so that you can implement something that may massively push up the market. Let's say an ETF or multiple ETFs. So we'll have to see. Let's see. Thank you, people that are watching on Rumble. Yes, Bitmart is available for the U.S. residents. Yeah, I have Bitmart. I just never had the best experience with Bitmart. You can transfer USDT from crypto.com to Bitmart using the Polygon network for cheap fees. Yes. Guys, we have 532 people that are here, and we have 300 likes. I would like to get to 400 likes. I would appreciate it. Also, if you guys want to start trading with Margex, I have a link in the description. I also have a link in the chat. if you want to start trading with up to 100x leverage. If you're trading like XRP, or sorry, you're trading BTC or Ethereum or BNB or something, you can trade up to 100x leverage on these positions if you're interested in leverage. And there's no KYC. You don't have to go through a VPN. This is honestly something that's obviously different than what you've seen in like KuCoin and all that. So definitely go ahead and check that out if you guys are interested, because I've been trading with them and I've been able to literally over double my value. Now I started with a low amount just to show people that that could be possible. I wanted to start with $100, so I started with $98 and turned it into $250 with a decent amount of returns. And you can go through all these different trades that I made to show how you can become profitable in some of these, whether you're selling, you're short selling, or you're buying. So, whether it's $1.64 or $15 or $20, you can end up being profitable. Even my losses that I have a $20 loss, but nothing really more than that. And ultimately, I was able to grow the overall portfolio a lot higher. So if you guys want to start trading with Margex, trading with 100x leverage, that link is in the chat. And I would just say, be careful. And if you are going to transfer money over to Margex, I would suggest that you transfer it over in USDT, because you can use any leverage that you want. So I'm currently using Ethereum as leverage on XRP if I wanted to. I can use Ethereum as leverage on BTC. So I would definitely suggest that you take Tether and you do it based on just Tether. And then you'll be able to, use that Tether as leverage within there. But make sure you guys are careful. You're disciplined. If you want to talk about leverage trading, I'm also going over a series on my Patreon to go over, leverage trading. I have the first episode up there going over the pros and cons. I also have the intro up there for free members. So if anybody wants to come over there public and just watch it, you can do that. Currently, if we're looking at the crypto market, just to give you a little bit of an update on where things are, the crypto market is currently at a $1.58 trillion market cap with 3.8% decrease on the day. Bitcoin dominance has slightly decreased as well. Cybertruck apparently is a recent ad on CoinMarketCap. But if we look at things that are trending, we have Bonk that's number one. Jitto is up there as well. And then you have Taboo Token. BNB is down by 0.6%, as well as Ethereum down by the same amount in the last hour. In the last 24 hours, it's down by 4% and 5% for Ethereum, respectively. You look at BNB, you could see that they're at a 3.5% decrease on the day, 6% for XRP. Solana's at 4.4%, while that's at $70. That may be a steal for some people as they saw it at $77. Cardano is sitting at 55 cents, which is not too far away from where it was, but it is 7% down on the day. Yeah, 100x leverage is insane. You'd lose your house in a minute. I've traded on 100x leverage 4 times. As long as you're disciplined and you understand, if you understand how to trade and how to enter the trade, you should be fine. And if you understand when you need to accept a loss, there's a lot of people out there that will never accept a loss. I'll accept a loss. If I lose, then I know that I can live to fight another day. I will go and trade again the next day or trade again the day after that. As long as I'm making the right moves, I mean, it's huge. You can trade on 100x leverage just with $200. Yes, you can trade on 100x leverage with just $200. So if I go over here and I wanted to get Bitcoin right now, I can trade on that 100x leverage by adding that here. And I have it on the wrong thing. So if I have it on market, for some reason it didn't want to update, then I can trade with that 100x leverage. So I have $230 that's sitting in there in just Ethereum, and it's giving me 23,348 if I wanted to go that route. Now, again, it's a lot of risk. So not within seconds, there's a lot of things that, there's not that much movement that you see. Now, if you're into something that's literally dropping by the second, and you decide to buy it for some reason, then yeah, you may lose the house. But you have to find a way to buy at the right moment, right? For every single buy that I had, I was able to buy and sell, with that minimal risk and accepting what I thought was a decent gain, especially for only having $100 in there, right? A 17% gain is fantastic. A lot of people will look to gain, 50% or 100%. If I can gain 17%, like if that was $1,000, I can gain 17% on that. It would be $170 that I can gain off of that $1,000. Of course, I would take that. But a lot of other people would get greedy and push for $500 or $1,000. Like, oh, if I'm risking it, I want to get the biscuit. It's like, that's not how things work. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be very, very disciplined. And that's why I'm able to have so many profitable trades. Like if I look at how many profitable trades I've had here since I started investing with leverage, you're looking at 6, 7, 8 profitable trades out of 11 trades, 10 trades, 8 of them are profitable. That's an 80% success rate, which never happens for me in the stock market because I play it out a lot longer, right? But because I'm always looking for that actual 5% gain. But if you can gain 5% off of a play or a move that technically only moved less than 0.5%, I mean, it works, Can you super chat in my name, please? Who are you talking about? So yeah, we got 521 people that are here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, we did see a little bit of a dip in Bitcoin here. So from this level of 42, you could have had a decent move. I made a move in Bitcoin that took forever to play out because it's such maybe like more of a consistent mover compared to the rest of the market. So when it moves, it's like a slow mover rather than like boom, it jumps up. There's other things like Solana or ADA or XRP or all of those. It's like if it's gonna jump up, it's like boom, it jumps, right? But BTC, it's like a slow mover. There was a time period where it looked like it moved so much, but it only moved by like $10, which in Bitcoin standards, that's a very low percentage. And it's like it was moving for literally hours. And I wanted to trade this morning, which I was trading this morning, and it just continued to move. It was moving sideways for like 2 hours, and then it finally picked up a little bit, and that's where I ended up taking that profit, where it got me, it pulled back a little bit because I needed it to pull back. So let's see, and the crazy thing is I took profit exactly at the right moment, which was a previous resistance level, and ended up making money from it. So I was hype about that because it was exactly at the right moment. As soon as I got out of that position, it decided to move back up. Matt does have a Discord, but it's not really as active. Yeah, it's not really as active. I do chat within the communities though. So I do want to get the Discord back up and running for something, because obviously I would love to have that communication and continue to have that communication and see what people are up to and contribute to that. But there's also like a fine line between what I contribute within the Discord and what I contribute within, the community chats, because we have like the leverage trading chat, which would be just primarily for the expert profit hands level, as well as the financial freedom level. And then we have all the profit hand stuff where it's more like maybe some education based, education based videos, as well as going through different positions and what I feel about those positions and how people have asked me about those positions. So yeah, we have a lot of different stuff over on the Patreon. If you guys want to go and subscribe to the Patreon, feel free to do so. I recommend either the profit hands level or the expert profit hands. If you're looking for leverage trading, the expert profit hands level is going to be great. Throughout this next month, I'm going to go over the entire breakdown with all different types of videos that break down different pieces of leverage trading. So it should be really beneficial to a lot of people that are interested in trading on those platforms. And hopefully we can have communications within the communities to talk about this stuff. Man, let's get the bull run going ASAP. I wish we could. Why is LEX always sad? I don't know what LEX is. Is this it? Lexer Markets? Is that what that is? Matt, how are you accessing MargX? What do you mean? How am I accessing it? What do you mean? Please explain. Can you check FTX? Yeah, I can definitely check FTX, but just give me a second. I'm trying to see what. Hopefully, I can win big tomorrow so I can purchase more crypto. Something is causing it. Margex isn't allowed in the United States. There's no KYC and there's no you don't need a VPN, so I can access Margex. So it should be allowed in the United States. From what I understand, that's what they tell me is that it's allowed and I'm using it. You don't need a VPN. And there are already people that are using it. Here's another likely great trade about to happen. Anyone see S&P 500? I placed 30K call on it an hour ago. Fingers crossed. Well, let's see. Keep me posted on that. I have a lot in. Actually, let me check my Robinhood because obviously nothing really happened over the weekend because it's the weekend and nothing happens on there. But the crypto market, it seems like there's always something that happens. So currently in my Robinhood account, I haven't actually updated anybody on this, but I hit over $6,000 and I'm at $6,363, which if I look at the last, let's say 3 months, I'm up $268. I did decrease quite a bit within this last week. So I went from being up, I guess I'm down $1 in the last week. If I look at the last month, I should be down maybe a little bit more. I guess either way, I'm up because I've only been investing into dividends for about 2 months at this point. I mean, I have my dividend plays, but this is literally just a dividend portfolio where I have a lot of things, like ticker symbol O or SPHD or something like that, right? Matt, what are your thoughts on Gala and gaming? I think somebody asked me, um, it's not allowed because it doesn't have KYC. It's not allowed because it doesn't have KYC. I'm pretty sure every financial platform in the United States has to require KYC. Well, either way, we don't have to go through the know your customer right now, so we're able to trade on MargX actively. And if you're able to trade with leverage and increase your portfolio, just like people that are actively going through different platforms and um, you know having a VPN, like they're doing it that route. I feel as though any leverage trading platform, it just works. It's just working from this leverage trading platform. We don't really have many. You should look into GEPI, if you like dividend income. Is it something that pays monthly? Don't get me wrong. I'm not a snitch or anything. Just saying, be careful, man. Yeah, I totally understand. And a lot of what? Okay. I don't know what any of that means. Oh, you're talking about different positions within the market. They're going to position BlackRock. Wait, they're going to position BlackRock. This is healthy for the market. Get ready for the biggest parabolic move we've been waiting for. This is let's freaking go. Um, is Gala a good play? I think Gala is a good play. I think gaming is going to take over, honestly. The not take over the industry, but definitely be a major part of the cryptocurrency market. With Gala or with a lot of gaming plays, like you look at gaming itself, and it's like gaming should have cryptocurrency or should have already had cryptocurrency associated with it, right? Because gaming, a lot of different platforms already have like a VC or like a virtual currency in some form or fashion, whether it's like Call of Duty or NBA 2K, or different places like even Fall Guys, right? They have their own currency that you end up purchasing in order to buy a certain thing, right? You have to buy a certain amount of this in order to purchase a certain amount of this. You know what I mean? And it all translates to that rather than like you buy it for money. Like you translate it to whatever this is, and you would basically have a value for that, right? If 100 coins cost $10, then you know that you're gonna have the price per coin. Or 100 coins. Let's make it easy. 100 coins costs $100. Then you know that you're gonna have $1 per coin. So that's the value of what that is. And that's the same thing that you would see within the crypto market as things get implemented. But you would see wallets that's associated with it, and you would be able to just purchase those cryptocurrencies, through your wallet or hold those through your wallet. So I think gaming is going to be absolutely huge. And I don't think people are overlooking it at all. I just think they're kind of underestimating it or maybe devaluing it, trying to apply other things in that space when gaming is probably going to be one of the more popular spaces within crypto. So yes, Gala will have a spot, major spot at that. AVAX on fire and not stopping. Meme coin volume on AVAX is nutty right now. How has AVAX been? Let's look at AVAX. It looks like, yes, AVAX is up 7%. It's up to $36. That's insane with that movement. All those people that called AVAX and called this play and called that it was going to run. I've seen people that have said that, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm for it, but I'm just not. I would have liked to have gotten into these plays early on, but the problem is that a lot of these plays I didn't have money to do so at those low times. So right now I'm not going to invest unless I have any free flowing cash that can go directly into these plays. And right now I don't have that free flowing cash. Well, technically I do, but I'm looking for free flowing cash from a previous profit. Gotta love crypto. Wait, sorry. Gotta love crypto. Up 30% one day, down 40% the next, etc. Yeah, very true. GEPI does pay monthly. Yes, I'm also looking at SPYI. GEPI pays 9.11% and SPI pays 8.6. Now, are these healthy? Those, of course, are annual percentage. Yeah, I know that, of course. But Let me look at some of those plays. So what did you say it was? Just to look maybe at the health of it. JEPI. Oh, why didn't I remember that this was it? I was gonna say how much is or how is the health, but it's a JP Morgan Equity Premium Income. Let's see if it is a. You said it's monthly paying, so it does have a 30-day yield. It's 8.66%. Um, that you're seeing there. It's currently at a level of 54. Yeah, $54. It has decreased over the last. I guess that's looking at max. Max in since 2021, it has decreased and now is at a level of 54 dollars. So it's kind of tricky to say whether it will continue because this is literally the max, right? It's back from 2020 is where this was launched. It increased all the way up to 60, and then 2021. So the last 2 years it's been dropping consistently. That's not something I like to see. Typically, the reason why you see those higher percentage rates is to keep people holding the position for longer, which may not be sustainable throughout, this fund or throughout whatever this is. Um, so that may not be good, and it may not show me that it does have a ton of strength, right? I want to see something that's moving consistently. While I do want to invest in pullbacks, that's fantastic. I do want to invest in those, um, but it's so tricky because I don't want to be a part of something that's going to have that move downhill, but then pay me an 8% dividend and try and make up for it when they're not going to be able to make up for it. Because if it goes from $60 down to 50, and let's say I'm holding 10,000 of it, it's worth, like, say if I'm holding 100, it'll be worth what, $500. From holding 1,000, it'll be worth $5,000. Or let's say at $60 it's worth $6,000, right? Um, it's yeah at yeah at 1,000 is worth about $6,000. So uh, that might not be accurate. That might be $60,000 there. But either way, still, it's basically going to decrease, and I'm going to be looking at, 1,000 or $10,000 down while I'm gaining whatever these dividends will be, which could be, $200, $300, $400 every month from that. So I don't know, but it does look, it looks pretty good. I always like J.P. Morgan, but I just want to make sure that things are flowing the right way. Um, So I wouldn't count it out. I especially would like where it is right now because it is at a flat point. It hasn't been since this last point, which was 2022. It's kind of been more or less flat, hovering between this channel, which isn't a downward moving channel. It's more moving sideways, which is honestly a good thing. Consolidation is a good thing. So I think this may be a good spot. If you invested up here, it may not be the best spot, but if you're investing down here and you're consistently investing, yeah, of course. So it may be a good play, especially right now at 8.66%. That might not be bad. Just put the amount and you want it in, and I'm just letting it ride. Yeah, hopefully it does. I mean, it doesn't really have the long history, but hopefully it does, ride it out and have a lot of success. I gotta charge this phone. Give me a second. I also want to go get like some cookies or something. Give me a second. Thank you for subscribing. New subscriber here. Wish I had a sound that was like, "Bum, bum, bum, bum." Come on, man. Luckily, it's empty. What do you mean? Unless it has something to actually do with the financial markets, that's true. We don't really do politics here. I know politics do have a place in crypto, some place, but not where we are right now. I'm still looking for the right move. I definitely wouldn't say Bitcoin's it. um, is Shiba Inu moving aggressively? I can only do 25x on Shiba Inu, which might be, I don't know. Because where we currently see it at these lows, we might see things pick up just a little bit. Let's play it out. Let's see. So currently, sorry about the chewing. So currently, the fee for playing this out the way that it is, the fee is already at $3.50. Test out these markets, man. Can I test it out to reach this high? Or I probably need to shrink this down a little bit. I don't know why this is so big here, but I also can't really see it because it's so far away. You're absolutely right. It is the MicroStrategies giveaway a scam? It's all over. I would imagine so. I don't know. I really don't know. Marjack signed up, listened to you, and talked about it before. You haven't used it yet. What are the fees like? You're new to actually day trading, but have many long-term cryptos. So the fees can be, a little bit aggressive. You have to account for those fees, right? In any cryptocurrency product, you have to account for those fees. And the problem that we deal with, or the problem that we definitely deal with, is more on the fact that the fees will be high no matter where you go. You can go to Coinbase, you can go to KuCoin, you can go anywhere. They're going to be, higher, right? Just popped up for this channel. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. You're going to have fees. And I think eventually we'll get to a point where, we're trading on markets that really don't have massive fees. Once everything, let's say, is on layer 2, because a lot of things function on ETH. You'll probably end up seeing that the fees go down and you don't really have those massive level of fees that we're currently seeing, which are like maybe $13 or $14 or something like that, right? But Marjax, I mean, the fee right now that I'm going with this position is currently $3.50, which is not bad. And that's on a 25x margin, and it's at $5,837. So it's not that bad, right? That's not bad at all. And that's just for this level that I'm currently trading at with Shiba Inu. Now, when I was trading with Bitcoin, it was like $13. So it was like $10 more, but I was also trading about $20,000 more with a 100x leverage. So yeah. Transaction fees definitely suck, but you have to deal with it through cryptocurrency. You have to. Matt, what is the realistic price Shiba Inu could hit this bull run? Can it ever go back to 0.000088 45? Oh wow, this is already, it's almost at my my stop loss, and if I lose, then I lose. I knew it was going to come back down, and it is. All right, that's going to be one. That's going to be one for the books to take into account there, and that's all because honestly, this overall position right here, as that was a loss, but this overall position right here, and it could be picking back up, but as long as it hit my stop loss, that's still fine. Um, yeah, because of how it did drop, it doesn't really have the full reaction exactly what's going to happen with Shiba Inu as of right now. And yes, it just keeps going back and forth of being right here, but it looks like it firmly resisted around here, which means that it probably will continue on the way down. I expected that to push and break that point. It didn't break that point, and it definitely gave me my cost basis, which was or my stop loss, which was about $20. So as long as you're disciplined, you live to fight another day. Because while I lost $20 there, most likely I will find a level to gain not only that $20 back and maybe slower or faster, but still with Margex, the fee is not like I made $25, but the fee is like $20 to $30. For who? For what? With Margex, the fee is not like I made $25, but the fee is like $20 or $30. So certain fees, depending on where you are, right? Because if you trade with certain positions and a certain amount, yes, you will have a higher fee no matter where you are. If you traded $10,000 on Coinbase Advance, it would cost you 30-ish dollars, maybe even $50 to trade that money. And if you're trading that short term, you have to make up $50 after you make that trade. The same thing goes with kind of Margex, but it's actually less, right? Because you trade $20,000 like I did, it was $13 to buy, $13 to sell. If you did it for Coinbase, it would be $100 total. $50 to buy, $50 to sell. Now, if you went Coinbase One, you still only get up to $10,000, meaning that you get the first one basically free, but then when you go to sell it, that fee gets hit in a full amount because it's only up to $10,000. So if you buy $10,000 and you sell $10,000, that's $20,000 worth of activity, and you already hit your limit for the month in just one trade. It honestly is stupid. I don't like. Once I figured that out, Coinbase One became just dumb to me. It cost $70 to trade. For who? Should you buy or hold what? Should you buy or hold what? Yeah, look at this. Look at this. If it finds a way to break that level, I'm going to sell the market. If it finds a way to break that level, like drop below this level where it currently is, which I can't see the price. Yeah, if it finds a way to break that level, I'm going to sell the market, try and not necessarily gain everything back, but it did look like it was going to drop. This is a triple touch point. So if it breaks that, it should drop a little bit and give me a decent gain on that. If it finds a way to do it. Triple touch point there. It may end up jumping back and creating more of a channel, but you have multiple touch points at those areas. I feel like it's really wanting to break through. Which again, I don't want Shiba Inu to tank. All I'm looking for is just a simple movement. So it looks like it is maybe starting to climb. Let's see if we can pull back down. Yeah, starting to climb up. Or maybe people think it's going to bounce. This is where you start to get into your own head, where you're like, it reacts. Like people are reacting, in more of a positive light. They're like, oh, you know what? They're gonna see it bounce because it's a triple bottom. But a triple bottom doesn't ever mean anything positive. Come on. It really wants to do something at that point. And it may end up bouncing, but it really wants to do something at that point. I know I'm silent, but we're looking for it. Which means it's going to be another like $3.50 move for a Keep going. Keep going. We just need something there. It's trying to dip. I know it's trying to dip. It's trying to dip below it. But then people see that and they start to buy it. But we need it to continue to go. And I may make it back in portions. I don't know how far that will be. First time catching you this year. Well, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you taking the time. Again, it's 12 a.m., so something usually happens. It reacts pretty hard. Other things react pretty hard to what's happening within the news, what's happening within the entire market. And we're looking for, decent movement. CoinMarketCap shows a small bounce. Yeah, I know the prices tend to be a little bit different. Just looking for one more jump. Where did it close it at? Where did it close it at? I'm trying to see where it closed it because I'm not looking for anything crazy, but I'm just looking for just something that it gained back. So while I lost on that last one, I lost $30. I gained back $10 there, and I'll take that, right? I'll take that. I could have probably continued to hold it, but I just wanted to take some sort of small gain because it's not about the thing that I've noticed a lot of times, even though I came out with a loss on those two, and it's probably still trying to drop hard. Even though I came back with a loss on those two, it still shows me what I've done before is I've always tried to gain the whole entire thing back, and it makes no sense in trying to gain the whole entire thing back. Don't trade with emotion, try and just work your way into it. So that's basically what I just did there. As I traded with about $5,000, I was able to short it and get back about $10 on that, minus the fees that I had. So I gained a total of like $17 or $20 or something like that, but then had the $3.50 fee on both sides. So ultimately, I was able to gain about $10 on that entire thing, but lost $20 total because I lost $30 in the trade previous to this. Uh, did you just short the bet? I did short the bet before, and now I um, recently have closed this position with a gain of about $10. So it wasn't crazy. I should be down a little bit on what I had there. So I'm at $235 total instead of the $250 I was at before, because I'm down about $20 on today's trades. Well, technically I'm up all like for today, but I'm only up like $5 after making like 3 trades. So love the reward, not the trade. What do you mean? So yeah, if you guys want to start trading, if you guys are interested in trading with Margex, I feel like I made a quick move without understanding what was happening the first time, and I kind of learned from that mistake. Because this move, even though it was showing me, I was like, oh, I'm waiting for this to break out. Even though I was like, oh, I'm waiting for this to break out, and it never did break out. It ended up resisting from that top point. It showed me a stronger move to where it already had a double touch point at the bottom. And if it creates a double touch point at the top, it could end up, showing me more downward momentum. And that's exactly what it showed me. So I don't know why I saw something different, and maybe I wanted to see something different. So I gotta work through that mentally. But either way, I mean, that's one loss today, 3 wins today. I'll take it any day of the week. Owning skins for games like that would be a money printer. Maybe. Matt, what's your opinion on Celestia TIA? I bought in at $2.30 of a price area. So I like TIA. I currently have it over in my Kraken portfolio. I bought at a level of $2.30 ish. But I only bought like $48 worth. Now at the mark where it increased to about $6, I took my initial investment. So I took $50, and it was worth more than what I put in there. It was like 100 or something like that dollars. I ended up taking out $50, throwing it into other plays that I believed in, that I wanted to hold more of. But I still have now $80 in TIA in Celestia, because I do see that as a major player. Now I believe they have a dilution issue, but that may not come into play for a while now, at least a year. So it's not something you really have to worry about right now, but it does have a lot of growth potential, in my opinion. Are a lot of you guys holding Lunic? I mean, I am. I am. Is anybody else holding Terra Luna Classic? What's the deal with Shibarium and the devs? Um, what happened with the Shiba burns during all of the hype with releasing Shibarium? We would never hit the all-time highs. So for Shibarium, if you're talking about the original move, or original like thought of burning whatever they had there, so $25,000. Every time they had $25,000, they would burn it as you see regular transactions. I mean, you just didn't see the level of transactions, but they ended up changing some things, and you see the increased transactions. And what's crazy is that even though we've seen the increased transactions, we really didn't see, or we started to see, the factor for burns and how much that would go through for Shiba Inu burns. Right now, we're not really seeing that increase anymore. From what it was increasing literally like hundreds of thousands in a day, and I was super excited about seeing that. But now we're looking at 1.1 million that's sitting in there, $1.1 million, and they still haven't hit that burn button, when they could have burned 100 billion, over 100 billion coins very, very quickly. But they decided that they're not going to do that, right? They said that it's like a more complicated process when the first time it wasn't complicated. So, Matt, after this pullback, how high will Bitcoin go? I mean, Bitcoin, I know a lot of people are looking for. I'm not really the biggest Bitcoin fan, by the way. I'm more of a fan of other things that actually that are going to be have a major use case and a major part of society, be a real world asset or anything of that nature. But Bitcoin, it will still be there for nostalgia, right? I believe in the end. But you also have it for scarcity and what the value will be based on that. So I do believe that Bitcoin will find a way to reach $100,000. Do I believe it will go crazy far above that point? Honestly, no, I don't. I start seeing other things that maybe control the market, like an XRP or an ETH. Um, but then seeing Bitcoin in like third place by market cap, and also seeing Solana and ADA having a larger impact on the market and being a major player within the market. Um, that's what I'm seeing. However, I know it may be difficult for people to kind of comprehend because, I mean, it's Bitcoin. A store of wealth. I mean, maybe it's definitely not going to be the world currency. I'll tell you that. That's what they aspire to be, but it's not going to be that. No, it doesn't. If you Google Bitcoin, my picture comes up, you're lying. Don't do that. I was gonna say I don't even talk about Bitcoin that much. I probably talked about Bitcoin like one or two times. My picture is nowhere near the first page. Yeah, you're saying Celestia uses the best parts from each chain, from like Avalanche, Ethereum, Polkadot, etc., creating their own crypto coin. Seems like every company could use. I mean, maybe, but I'm looking at it from an investor standpoint. And an investor standpoint, yeah, you can say, hey, it could be worth, a hell of a lot because of that. But I'm also looking at it based on not only that side of it, but I wanna know that people are gonna be able to maintain or retain their value that they have in the position. Because while it could be worth a lot, it could also lose a lot of its value to set itself in the price that it's supposed to be at, and then start gaining value from there. And I'm trying to protect those investors from that portion of it. Let's see what happened in the rest of the. So it looks like Shiba Inu is definitely consolidating somewhere around there. What I did notice is that there's a difference between MargX and coin market cap. There's a large difference usually, but either way, I'm I'm okay as long as I'm looking just at MargX when I'm trading, because it's not like a future prediction or future model. It's just the prices are higher. Um, and it may be like an inflated price if you decided to sell, kind of like what crypto.com does. But when it comes to you physically trading directly on there using things as leverage, like you can see that you are, trading for a certain value and gaining a certain value, and then going on about your day. Matt, did I did the math on XRP, and how do people think that it can really reach thousands of dollars market cap at 1 trillion would make XRP at $19 current market cap? Absolutely. $1 trillion market cap, I believe it's going to be worth more than a $1 trillion market cap, but definitely in the trillions, right? Now, a lot of people will say, hey, how can this get to $100? Getting to $100 would basically be a $5 trillion market cap, 5 times the amount that Bitcoin will be worth. Understand that I believe that XRP will be number one in the market, right? It will be number one in the market convincingly, and you'll probably have Ethereum in second place, and you'll have Bitcoin in third place, just based on like nostalgia reasons and probably a store of wealth, right? And then you'll have Solana and ADA as rounds out the top 5 cryptocurrencies. Now, the reason why it's so strong is because of the sectors that it would be included in. When you talk about monetary systems, when you talk about countries and using things as a form of currency, when you talk about the value of like saying using credit cards, so many people use their credit cards right now, and you know how many fees you end up having, how much money it generates to American Express, to Chase, to all these other places, and how many transactions go through in a year. How many transactions go through when you talk about cross-border payments? How many transactions go through from bank-to-bank transactions, or from your bank to different countries' bank transactions? All of those different things. If XRP is firmly implemented within banks, it ends up being worth a lot more, because there's people that are holding it, and that has to have some sort of value. It's just like me holding, let's say, a valuable painting. Let's say I hold 5 original Jackson Pollocks, which I would love any original Jackson Pollock. I would even love like a replica Jackson Pollock. But anyways, let's say I owned 5 like original Jackson Pollocks, the same one that he made. And you look at that and you go, okay, one of those is going out and one of those is going to be used as a form of currency in some way. That's going to be highly valuable, because I'm never letting my 4 go, right? That's what I'm saying. So by looking at it at a basic level, you understand that XRP, while you're looking at the circulating supply and understanding that, yeah, at a $54 billion market cap, it'll basically be worth $1 trillion. At $19, you multiply that by 5, and $5 trillion. That's easy math to say getting to 100. However, people believe that this is going to get to thousands of dollars, $10,000 to be exact. I think that you're looking at it maybe at with the glass half full. There's so much more to be had there, because if you're looking at country to country, not just one country, and if you're looking at fiat currencies and how much goes through in those different fiats, all of those combined in different communication, XRP might be that one option. Currently, you have Ripple that's implemented their payment systems within various banking institutions. And when they figure out that, XRP is a faster, better, more efficient option, they use XRP one time and they never go back, right? That's how that really works. But it's still all speculative, right? It's not something that's 100%. And that's why I'm like, you want to be able to take profit when you see a level of maybe $10 or you see a level of $20. But shooting for $100 and only staying at $100, that may not benefit you. Shooting for only $1,000 may not benefit you, right? It's a high possibility that we could see that, but it doesn't mean that it's, a 90% chance, right? It could be a high possibility to you, might be like 30% chance, seems like it has a chance to do so, right? And that's where I stand with it. It's like, it's not implemented yet, and it doesn't have any sign that it's going to be. I would love for them to delete the escrow. Someone said delete the escrow. That's a better chance of getting the $10,000 per. Yeah, I would agree. But they would have to burn the escrow. And maybe that comes in a future decision. Maybe that comes in the final judgment. You never really know. Update us on CRO. I haven't looked at CRO today besides earlier today where I had, yeah, it's currently at a level of 10 cents. It really hasn't moved too much. I know it was at what, 10.5 cents, almost 11 cents. So yeah, it was at 11 cents and did drop down. And then you see this major drop off here for CRO. Why is this not updating? There we go. It dropped off here and went all the way down to a level of 9.8 or 9.7 before increasing back up to 10 and now decreasing again back down to 9.9. I agree with you that XRP. I agree with you that XRP will be number one, but total amount of money in the world is 120 trillion total, including accounts, saving accounts, according to Google. Don't see thousands. You don't? Because at a value of, let's see, let's actually go over here. XRP at a value of $100, right? That's a level of 5 trillion, right? At a level of $1,000, that would be 53 trillion. So that still leaves a value. Yes, you could say 10,000 may be out of the cards, but who's really to say that we won't see the burn become more prevalent, right? Because you understand that XRP has a natural deflationary aspect to it. And people tend to not see that because they add a billion coins on every single month. So if that becomes more of a thing where you have so many transactions that are going through in standard processes, it's not only that you see 53 billion that's out there, it's the fact that you may see 50 or 40 or 30 throughout time because there are so many transactions that are going through and the burn rate becomes more prevalent. Like right now, we don't see as many transactions that are happening there. We do see a lot, but it's more big ticket, big money, transactions when you'll have a lot of small transactions, big transactions, little transactions, side transactions, as well as investment transactions that are going through and a lot of burns. Right now, I think burns only affected like a couple of million, but you could see that it will end up affecting hundreds of millions in a matter of maybe a few years or so. So that could be another portion of it as well. But again, it's not to say that this is 100%. And also it's 100, it may be 120 trillion right now. And I didn't check the numbers, but it may be 120 trillion right now. But you even look at something as just the cross-border payment sector, that's a $300 trillion sector. Like that's huge. So even though we're talking about just the money and how much money is there, a lot of times we're moving and spending more money than what's actually flowing through. And that's where it's going to be difficult because if we're spending more money than what's flowing through and what countries have, and that's why you have debt, well, now you have a bigger deal on your hands to where XRP has to be worth even more because a lot of money is flowing through, but it's all in a digital sense that we don't technically have, and it's all IOUs. So if that gets to the point, there's no IOUs. It's like if these transactions are going through, there's no more printing anymore. The value of this goes up significantly. There's no debt situations. There's none of that. It's all based off of what you have available, and there's no more that's going to be added to the supply. That's what's interesting, right? We have trillions upon trillions of dollars in debt, whether it's credit card, student loan debt, debt to China, debt everywhere. And we're not going to see that. Yes, that is still going to be on the table until you pay that off, but you're not going to see that become a thing within cryptocurrency. Whatever the value is, the value is. Either you have it or you don't, right? That's how that kind of goes. You can't print any more of this money. Are you into the metaverse and gaming? Sort of. Yeah. I mean, I have my Oculus back there. I wish I can hook it up to the computer, but I don't have the wire. Well, I do have the wires to hook it up. I just haven't hooked it up in a while, so I feel like I would just get things wrong. What is this crypto? What are you talking about? Don't do crypto, bro. You don't do crypto? Well, I apologize for, well, thank you for being here, but crypto is, I was just talking to my brother-in-law about this and my father-in-law about it. I was like, people that don't understand crypto are going to be forced to understand it. And just comparing it to a situation, like look at credit cards. People didn't want to move more towards that route, and they still don't want to move towards that route. There's a lot of people that are like, I only do things in cash, but a lot of businesses that are like, I'm not going to do things in cash. So either you get a credit card and understand a credit card, or you don't buy my product or any other product that's out there, right? So you look at it compared to that situation, and you understand that there's going to be so much like resistance to using crypto and understanding crypto. And then you have to have that education portion of it. And I think you have to be a part of it. Even if it's a small part of it, you have to be a part of it. It's like, and for an investment side of it, because now it's not just like you could have invested into credit cards as well. You could have bought into a lot of these banks and invested into what they were doing there. But that wouldn't be as lucrative as investing into cryptocurrency, which is a new rising industry and, taking over what we know as the almighty dollar or pound or yen or whatever, right? So I feel as though people need to understand how powerful crypto is going to be. Again, I was talking to my brother-in-law, my father-in-law about this, and I was like, if you don't have any cryptocurrency, you are going to be left behind with trying to understand how the world works. It's like you trying to understand rocket science as like a 5-year-old. That's basically what it's going to be. And then you're going to have to get the full breakdown, go to school. And I was like, I'm surprised that my brother-in-law doesn't know more about it because he's a CPA. I feel like as you go through, those courses or classes that you have to take every year, I believe, you should know about that stuff. It should be something that's included in there and updated. Or maybe it hasn't been. I don't know. But understanding blockchain should be a part of it. Understanding the financial side, the financial implications. I can't speak. Implementation. I can't say it. Sorry. It's just not going to work for me today. Implications of that. I feel like that's what you need to do. Sometimes my English doesn't English. Do you agree with Michael Saylor take uh on crypto? I don't know what Michael Saylor's take is on crypto. For some reason I recognize the name, but I don't know its take on crypto. That's why all billionaires have crypto. They know the future. Yeah, but the crazy thing is they always downplay it, right? They downplay. Yeah, I mean, you look at every billionaire; they do have some form of cryptocurrency, right? But there's a lot of people and a lot of millionaires that downplay it because they're already wealthy. They don't care about anybody else becoming wealthy. They don't want other families to be more wealthy than them. And they're not going to tell them, hey, buy crypto because crypto is going to be crazy. No, we don't want your family to be wealthy. So we're not going to tell you to buy crypto, even though we're buying up a ton of cryptocurrency, even though we're holding a ton of cryptocurrency as some sort of value in what we believe in, right? $10,000 here, $10,000 there, $10,000 there. And we're going to see what it can be, right? Just like what I did with my Kraken portfolio and put $5 into 100 different plays, these millionaires and billionaires are probably putting $10,000 into each play that they think is going to be big, right? The top 100, some things outside the top 100, and they're just letting it sit there because they believe in what these are going to be, and they're not selling those for anything because they already have the money that they need. So what they're looking for is to create further generational wealth for their children, for their children's children, and set everything up the right way so that they understand what the new world will be, which is all hovered around cryptocurrency. So That's what we're trying to get to, is just having some sort of presence in there. And the people that don't have a presence in cryptocurrency will eventually fail. I'm surprised you don't know who Michael Saylor is, Matt. I do. I just don't know his take. I typically don't care about Bitcoin that much. So a lot of people that care about Bitcoin, I am not following, nor do I even care what they have to say. So like anybody, he has 120,000 Bitcoin, that's fine. I don't care about Bitcoin. If somebody has 120,000 Ethereum, then I'm okay with that. But Bitcoin to me, I understand how people love Bitcoin. They want to hold it and they believe it's going to be the best thing in the world. I just am not, I'm just not a fan of it. I've never been a fan of it. I don't like the energy consumption. I don't like how difficult it is to mine one Bitcoin at this point. I'm never gonna get into Michael, whoever he sounds like, someone who is irrelevant. Seems that way. Solana is better and will Merc ETH. I don't know. I mean, I'll be up for it, but I don't know about that. I just don't like the ETH fees. Get everything creating on a different platform and create it on a different network. Lunic is dead fish for real? No, it's not. Look at XRP as digital money and Bitcoin as gold for how little it. Okay. Um yeah, I guess we can look at it like that. You can look at Bitcoin like that versus being able to use it as a form of payment or any type of form of payment. I mean, you probably will be able to do that, but it's just not something that you would really want to. It's about how much that increases. I don't know if I can really look at it like gold though, but I guess that's the best comparison. You're not really a Bitcoin fan, but you listen to Michael Saylor because he makes a lot of sense. That's fantastic. Everybody has that person who was their cup of tea. I guess he just wasn't mine. I never listened to him or heard him or really wanted to. But no offense to anybody that does or him at all. Like that's not like it's not a dig on him at all. But just wanted to say that. What exchanges are the best for caching your UST? Probably Coinbase. Any nodes, Matt? No. Man, I just follow the money really, and that's how I invest. It's a good way to invest. It may be limited sometimes. Bro, let me get one of them cookies. No, we made cookies this weekend. Yesterday. Well, technically 2 days ago now because today is Monday. Um, but yeah, on Saturday we made cookies and we made chocolate chip. We made triple chocolate chip or triple chocolate, right? So we had the chocolate chips, and then like the white chocolate. We made oatmeal raisin, which we made that batter, and it was fantastic. They did cook them too long, so I was a little pissed because I was telling them how to make it, and nobody wanted to believe me. I was like the chef for 7 years. Nobody wants to believe me, so I'm like, all right, well then screw me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like that's nobody wants to believe me, and I'm like, wow, okay. That's like then when we went out to eat. Or no, we didn't go out to eat. We went to like one of her friend's birthday parties. Or like she had like a get together at like a vacation spot where you saw, probably most of you saw me at when I was streaming, and I had like 600, 700 people that were here. Um, I what was I getting at? Oh, we were eating dinner, and it was made by this chef who used to work as like a line cook or anything. And I was asking him, I was like, hey, you know, where'd you work? Like, did you work at like a high end restaurant or anything like that? And he was like, no, I just worked as a line cook. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, did you work as like a sous chef? And he was like, nope, just a line cook. And I was like, oh. And I was like, y'all forget that I was a chef? Like, did you forget that I was a sous chef? Like specializing in like pastas and all of that. And they were like, no, I didn't forget, but like he's the chef at this point. Like I'm not a chef anymore. I was a chef um, it's until 2015, and then I started working in business. So, but it was crazy to me that they were just like, yeah, he's the chef. I mean, he is the chef. He made the food. But I was like, did people forget that I was a chef? Line cook at the local school. So like a cafeteria worker or just slop. No, his food was good. I had the food. His Brussels sprouts were good. He made some mac and cheese. I can't say it's better than mine, but it was good. Um, and I forget what else. I forget what else he made. Some sort of like dirty rice, and I think it was like a, what was it? It wasn't a gumbo because I know what gumbo is. I've had gumbo, and gumbo is absolutely amazing. I love it. But it was kind of like that, and I'm trying to think of what the term was. Um, I don't know. It's not. It's like I don't know. Someone's gonna have to help me out. Jambalaya. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what it was. How about Jasmine coin? Interesting coin to buy right now. Is the price? Did the price come down anymore? Let me check it. I mean, I still have 1 million, so I'm not going to buy any more. But if anybody else is looking for an option, it did increase from where it was. So it was down at like 57, and now it's back up to like 59. So approaching that 60% of a penny level. Hey Matt, you should watch the debate between Michael Saylor, crypto versus this guy who's about money and gold. Michael Saylor destroys him. Why crypto will dominate? Destroys him. I never liked that. I was like a healthy debate where people learn things. And if a person destroys another person, they were either trying to destroy the other person or the other person just didn't want to accept to learn anything. I like debates. You're supposed to debate your side of things, but in the end, you want to make sure that you're learning things. If you feel as though you lost, accept that loss. The people debate until the end of time, and they realize during the debate that they may have lost, and they're not accepting when they will be wrong or when they are wrong. I mean, that's the point of a debate, right? But you want to argue your side, but you can't argue your side until you go like blue in the face. You don't want to just lie all the time. You want to make sure that things are looking good for you. Things are looking good for both sides and the people that are out in the audience. What about Dogecoin? Because I've got a couple of those. I don't really have any Dogecoin. But I think Dogecoin will be valuable, right? Being one of the top meme coins, I don't think it will be the top meme coin. I actually think Grok will be the top meme coin. If it's not the top meme coin by market cap, it will be the top mover within that year. So something that goes from a level of 1 cent all the way up to maybe a $69 billion market cap, which could be a $10 price point. So I think that could be like a really, really big mover, the biggest mover within the meme coin space. And I think it will be the number one mover within the next year. I know it may be tough to see it above where Bitcoin or where Dogecoin is, because Dogecoin may end up getting to $100+ billion market cap again. But that doesn't mean that it's going to get to $1 because of how many Dogecoin are actually out there. So Dogecoin currently stands, let's check it. It should be at like 10 cents, right? I want to say. That's not it. Dogecoin should be at a level of 10 cents. Yes, 9.8 cents. It's at a $14 billion market cap with $1.5 billion worth of volume. It's crazy how much volume you see go through Dogecoin. And this was at a level of 10.6 before decreasing down. It didn't decrease as much as everything else, which is interesting. You are seeing 142 billion coins in supply, and every year they add on 5.2 billion, which is a hell of a lot. Matthew, thoughts on Caspa? I just bought more Caspa today. That should be enough thoughts. Caspa is I think going to be a big play. And I currently have $700 invested into Caspa. My cost basis, I don't even know what my cost basis is. Actually, let me check it out. Oh, my phone's over there. I'll have to check it out a little bit later. I don't know what, actually, let's check the percentage. I literally just got those cookies, so it's probably not really that charged. Matt, can you give us some coins that no one is talking about on the internet? Can you give us some secret coins you've been looking at? Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple where if you go on YouTube and you look up top coins, or you look up coins that are going to run in the bull market, a lot of people that are pushing these coins will talk about coins that are in the top 100, talk about coins that are in the top like 200, or coins that definitely are in the top 100. I saw a video the other day, or it was like last month, where they were talking about coins that are under the value of $1 that will absolutely explode. And I was like, something about you didn't know about those coins either. I was like, oh, great. They're going to be brand new coins. Went through there. They were talking about HBAR. They talked about XRP. They talked about, I think, ADA. And you're looking at everything that's on the first page. And I'm like, what? Like, these are all cryptocurrency projects that are in the billions of dollars worth of a market cap. If you think that you're going to compare XRP at a $33 billion market cap to Bitcoin at a $21 million market cap, you're insane. And that's where I was like, why is this even a thing, right? XRP is not at a $21 million market cap. The closest comparison that you could have was when Caspa was at a $21 million market cap, and now is currently at a $2 billion market cap, and probably will push up to a level of multiple billions of dollars, maybe even reach hundreds of billions. That's a possibility. And seeing that would give you that comparison. Bitcoin going from $21 million market cap up to a level of a $10 billion, $20 billion, $100 billion market cap. That's something that Caspa can be compared to, rather than, or something that Bitcoin can be compared to, which is, I guess, or Caspa. I guess Caspa's comparing to Bitcoin as Bitcoin runs up to certain levels. But we're always looking for that next thing, and it's crazy to me that you see all of these other plays that don't really give you that. So when I go on CoinMarketCap, a lot of times, yes, I'm looking at the top 100 and I talk about the top 100, but there are some plays that are in that are on the second page, the third page, that look really, really good, right? So let me go ahead and show you guys one that's on the second page that you might all know, and it may have some popularity, but people end up sleeping on it, which would be, let's see if we can scroll down here and see if we can find it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Might have increased in price because of or everything increased in price, so this one decreased. Would be Anchor. Anchor's a play. It is at $263 million market cap, so it's something a lot of people know, but it is one that I have about $700 in as well, and I will continue to invest within that play because I really do believe in where that can go. I also have some over in Kraken that's going to sit there for a very long time to see what that can be in the end. I wanted to see another one here that most people know, and it may be on the first page now because I don't see it. But we just looked at it. Wherever it is, it should be down here. It's not at a $500 million market cap, not yet. But anyways, it should be Jasmine Coin, wherever the hell it is. Right there. Jasmine Coin is a good play that's in the top 200, and I feel like those two are definitely bigger plays. Let's go ahead and scroll and look at other ones that are there. I know there's some other ones that I think have a decent name to it, but are not in a lot of people's radar. I like to look for things that have S-tier exchanges, like a Coinbase or a Binance or something like that. And one of those ones, which I'm trying to find, would be, let's see if I can find it. I think it's on the second page or the third page. I think. If it's not, I'll look it up and I'll see what the number is. Here's one that's here. I talked about this, Polymath. I think Polymath is going to be big. And honestly, I think it already has seen a significant increase from where it was. I'm pretty sure it did. So if we look at the last year, we would see this go from a level of 11 cents all the way up to 39 cents. So it did have a massive impact, and I believe that will move as well. And again, this is one of those plays that's available on Coinbase, so it has that popularity behind it. So I think Polymath is definitely going to be one of those, and you want to find it at a dip, and it currently is at 11% down. So whatever you see in it, you can go with it as long as you look into it a little bit more, definitely research it a little bit more. Another one that I was looking at was Ren, but I don't know where the heck that is. So we'll have to type it in, but I think Ren is definitely a good play. I did recently invest into API 3 that I think is decent. It has 86% of the supply that's out there, while also being available on Coinbase, having an S-tier exchange, and having majority of the supply that's released. It's definitely a big step. And there's some other ones, but we're not going to completely dive into there. I'll save that for the Patreon. So the SHIB dev team actually forked Shibarium. Is that why we are not burning at the rate we were? And when are we going to hit the burn button? Dev said 25K, the higher price, less we burn. So yeah, it's kind of tricky, right? Because you look at the burn. Yes, we were supposed to see this burn, and I was told, well, technically everybody was told by Satoshi that we're going to burn SHIB, but it seems like what they're going to do and what they have done is kind of strategically place this fork so that you now have the same like fees or the same thing that's going through, but instead of that going more towards Shiba Inu, it goes towards whatever they want for Bone. So yeah, they're going to burn off what they have in there. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to say, hey, we create a huge impact there, but then we're going to now try and find a way to see what they're collecting in the fees and see where that is going, because it most likely will go to Bone and it will go to their pockets and development for Bone and whatever. But like Claybro said in his video, this is a hard fork that that nobody had any chance to vote on and say if they actually won it or not. Like, this is supposed to be, isn't Bone supposed to be the governance token? And and the gas token, and you're not able to vote on it as you are a bone holder, like that doesn't make sense at all that you can't vote on anything that has happened. So I honestly don't know. I'm trying to, figure it out. I'm getting some information here and there, but yeah, it's definitely a problem. Major problem. I might buy some more API 3. I do like OMG Network as well. You know what's crazy? A position that I talked about before that I said was going to absolutely bounce was that. It's Bounce. Bounce token or auction, I believed had so much potential, right? And the reason why I believed that had so much potential is more around the value that's actually sitting out there in like the circulating supply, the total supply. The total supply is 10 million coins. Circulating supply 6 million. I still think it has a ton of upside from here, but look at how much this has increased over, not over this time period, but over this last, maybe let's look at the last year. Over the last month, it really increased. So it went from a level of $4 just recently all the way up to $20. So it ended up having a 5x increase over that time period when I knew it was going to run, but I had no funds in order to make any type of move back here. None whatsoever. I was invested in Bounce when it was at a level of like $8, and it slowly decreased down, and I ended up selling it because I needed to sell it at those points. Now, I wanted to buy it. Again, didn't have any funds. Told people about it. Maybe they made some moves, but I knew that it had a ton of potential just on the basis of understanding how low the supply is and how much the popularity was when it first got introduced, right? So this definitely had a major bounce. And I was hoping that within this kind of pullback that we would see bounce at a certain level, a little bit lower, right? I would like to see it, below the $15 mark. Was Anchor Protocol involved with Celsius? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But then again, I may be speaking out of turn by saying no, or that I don't think so. My secret altcoin is DCN, Dentacoin, Dentists of the world, all the OG altcoins. I'm not kidding. Search for it. I'll take your word for it. All right, guys. I think we're gonna have to. Make a move out of here. I know it's 1:00. Are we supposed to see any type of major moves? I want to see what these major moves could be. I was like, maybe we should pull like an all-nighter, but I can get back up. I'm supposed to get up at like 5:00, so that's exactly what I plan on doing. And then starting, not starting up a live stream, but at least starting up just, creating some videos and also posting some, or at least scheduling some of the leveraging videos, like one of the leveraging videos for tomorrow, and then, or for today. And then for the next day as well, and for the next day, and we'll continue to add those leveraging videos day in and day out within the month. And then we'll do some more educational content, because if I like breaking down different educational sides of certain things, I'll make sure that people understand, trading 101 or cryptocurrency or 101 or anything like that, right? And it'll have a lot of education to it, so that you guys can go to it and visit it anytime you want to, as long as you are in that expert profit hands level. Remember, guys, if you want to get yourself a Margex account, feel free to use my link in the description for Margex, and sign up today and start trading with up to 100x leverage. Now, I just want you to be careful, because it can always go against you. You can always see the trade go against you. However, you can buy, you can sell short. You can play both sides of the market if you really want to on this platform. It's very simple, very easy to use. I like it. A lot of other people like it. You just have to account for you be disciplined, and you have to account for the fees. Those two things can get you so far. So feel free to use my link that's in the chat. Also, you can use my link that's on X. It should be in the chat on X somewhere there. And also on Rumble. We got 38 people that are watching on Rumble. What do you think about ICP? I looked into ICP earlier today. It should be somewhere around the like 20-minute mark or something within the live stream. So you could just go back and see what I said about ICP. If that's accurate, where it's the 20-minute mark, I deserve like a pat on the back. Yeah, I just can't get this market to see what's happening here. Wait, hold up. Hold up. We are fastly approaching this low level. Fastly approaching this low level, which could be interesting. Could be a big push up for 3 in the morning. We are fastly approaching this low level here. I wish this was a better way of looking at this, but it's my screen. My screen is really messed up. But maybe it did technically get to that level, and now we're going to see this bounce. Could be taking another leverage trade, but then we might see this pull back at one of these levels, because typically we see, let's see if there's any, this is a previous resistance level, or yeah, so that's why that fell back. Oh, it's just dropped. Is it going to drop lower than it? Is it going to drop below it? Because that's eating up the low. I say this is definitely a low point. I don't know if I want to risk it for the biscuit. I'll tell you that. I want to play it, but then again, I don't want to play it because I know that this is a significant point, and I know that this will find a way to pick up, but you never freaking know, and it's always tough because it already did break through that level, but that also may be crooked. So we'll have to see. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think it will pick up, or do you think it will break through? Because it's looking inherently red. Inherently red. Looks like the market is dumping. You look like it'll pick up. So we got two. Yo, Matt, the man see you on the next one. Oh, you the man. Okay. See you on the next one. Yeah, I'll see you in the next live stream as well. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for being here. Um, are we going to see a dump, or do you think it's going to pick up? I think we're falling too low. So yes, I think it's going to pick up. Oh, I already pumped it up. I pumped it at this point. So we'll see. If I get another loss, we'll have another loss, but I think it's going to pump. I think it's going to push. I know this is a $3.29 fee, so I need to cover at least $6 there as it is picking up. And I think after this one, we're going to go ahead and head out of here. But if we have another $20 loss, we're out of here, you know. So we'll see how this plays out, see if it shakes out to be something positive and something that really does push. But that's what I'm looking for. $5 currently, a level of, let's see if that can pick up. And if it does, we're going to get out with maybe like a I don't know, $20 gain, something like that. If that's the case. I mean, it does look like it may be pushing back. There we go. There we go. Already pulling back. It's right at that line, but it is falling right below it. So that's definitely it. Mm. Maybe 2 losses today on buys just because. That may be 2 losses today on buys. It may just not be a buy type of day. It may be a short type of day. You get 99% of my notifications. That's great. I get 99% of your notifications on new videos. The market is dumping. I know the market is dumping, but we're always looking for slight recoveries as we see those markets that are dumping. So the markets were dumping, but we were seeing a little bit of a recovery, and I was hoping to see something pretty interesting with Shiba Inu, but it doesn't look like that's the case. All right, that's got to be it. That's got to be it. It looks like the liquidity and that was the main issue. For me, that's just not a good trade. Those 2 trades that I had for buys, I mean, it definitely seemed like it was a good one though. It definitely seemed like one that was going to push back. I just felt like maybe it was at the wrong moment. It should have been at the lower point where I ended up purchasing it, not at the higher point. But, you live and you learn. I don't have the nerves for this kind of trading. A dollar cost is the way to go. Well, ultimately, yeah, that is the way. It does help out a lot. It does um, get you to your goal faster. But the point is that what this helps you do when you trade like this, one, you learn about the different decisions that you're making and the mistakes that you make. And sometimes it's literally just bad timing because the timing might be perfect for at the lowest point that it could have been. Because right now, you're seeing it, yes, it's at this lowest point, but it may end up pushing back up because right now it is completely oversold. And being oversold, we're going to see that bounce. And it's probably somewhere around this point that we will see that pick up. But it's just, I was a little bit too high on that price when I should have probably gone in at a lower price to see it pick up. So, and also the issue is that we don't have a lot of volume taking place right now. So as long as you don't leverage high. No, so I leverage to the highest extent, but the point is that so I leverage for 25x here. But the point is that if you risk it in order to get something a lot larger, but the point is that you want to make sure you maintain your discipline, right? If you are being disciplined, and the way that you be disciplined is by accepting a $20 loss, accept that $20 loss. Accept the $30 loss, accept whatever loss that you have, because honestly, it will help you out in the end because you'll learn from what you did. And I feel like I said, that all I was just a slight bit too early, because you can see how this is picking back up to the 15 moving average, and it's probably going to surpass it, and we're going to see it bounce up to a level of like here before it ends up decreasing down. So I was there. The trade was there, and you can see that right now it's green and it's back up to basically where it would have been. And it's probably going to pick up to about this low here, create a new high, and then probably fall back down. But the point is that it was completely oversold. and this was going to pick it back up to bring it in the 40 range, so that it could be, back at that level. So it was just a bad timing, honestly. And I realize that. And especially when you're trading with 25x, 50x, 100x margin or leverage, you need like kind of not perfect timing, but damn near perfect timing. So as this is picking up, you can see that I didn't have the right timing. People do panic. I've become numb to losses, watching my portfolio fall from the highs in 2021 to dang near nothing in October of last year, and now seeing it almost completely bounce back means hodl. That's basically what it does mean there. You're not wrong. Yes, we got to be accountable for our actions, but we learn every day from one another. 100%. 100 to 1000%. Again, if you guys want to start trading on margin, yeah, I didn't really have the most positive day, but I also have to go in it with a fresh brain tomorrow. So in the morning, we may have a couple of trades that we make after the fact, but we need to see some more volatility. And right now, we're not seeing a lot of volume that's flowing through it. So if I spend, $5,000 or so on a play, it's going to have a major impact, as you see with these large candles. These large candles have a major impact right now because $5,000 right now is a large amount compared to what's actually going through. You're seeing a 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, a million. Is that dollars worth? You're seeing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth that are going through. The quantity is about, actually, that's not even accurate. How does that make sense? I think these are all quantities. All right. Ooh. All right, so I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get like a little bit of a nap. Wake up at like 5 o'clock. I'll be back on here. Imagine trading $1 million on leverage. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you're trading $1 million on leverage, you're probably gonna trade it like 5 times leverage and not 100 times leverage. But the point is that if you truly believe in that position, there are people that trade $1 million on leverage and have a small move end up being hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of a gain or a loss, which honestly, it's or tens of thousands of dollars. And that would be phenomenal to see those. But like if I take $100 and I trade on leverage here, it may give me like a 17% gain or a 10% gain. But then if you trade on $1 million, 10% gain may end up giving you, $100,000 or losing you $100,000. So it could be big, it could be low, it could be small, or it could be a big loss or a big gain. But whatever it is, you got to live with it if you're playing with it like that. But anyways, I got to get out of here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Thank you for all the people that are in the chat. Thank you to all the people that are watching, whether you're on Rumble, you're on YouTube, you're on X. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Remember, if you guys want to start trading on MargX and hopefully make the right decisions within your trades, feel free to go over there and do that. You're welcome to start with like $100 if you want to and get a sense for leverage trading, because for most people, if you lose $100, it may not mean as much with you. But if you can find a way to profit out of that, slowly profit out of that, then you can start to pick up and see what your strategy can really be in the end. So also, if you want to, learn about leverage trading and talk about leverage trading to some people, within my Patreon, feel free to go and subscribe to the Patreon. I'm going to put out a bunch of different videos on, leverage trading and, the different times that I have been profitable, not today. And, maybe even some things that I've learned from this. So Anyways, guys, hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.